What's up? What's up, everybody?
What up, what up, what up? Hey, people.
We out here. Yeah, I got somebody with me today. You already know.
If y'all don't know, now you know.
She did that shit. I hear you. So, I mean, we in here, man. If y'all saw the title, this is actually Layla Gray's idea here, huh?
Yes,
Want to let
it
go.
is. It
So,
is, y'all.
We
And
took
I
a
hope...
little dive into this shit. Yeah, it's gonna be something. We got something. Some of y'all need to let go. I'm very good at letting go right now. I don't know about you, but I am very ready to let go.
I'm pretty good at letting go
I
as well
have
at this
a
point.
very low tolerance for humans at this point in my life. And,
For humans, though?
We're gonna get into that shit.
Like, that sounds crazy.
Just
like,
a moment.
Oh,
So,
man.
we're happy to have y'all people here today. We appreciate everybody for jumping in who decided to jump in, right? And if you are here and you haven't dropped that like, you are certainly slipping. Please throw that like down in this piece. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you're new to the channel, you already know what's up. Subscribe. We're going to keep bringing the heat to you. And we will always bring the heat. We're going to inform, educate, right? We're going to discuss mental health and relationships and how they correlate, right? That's what we do on a daily. And for some of you, like homegirl Layla Gray would say, this may not resonate with all of you, but it will with most of you, because at some point or another you've been in some type of a relationship, or are in some type of relationship, or will be in some type of relationships, unless you are asexual altogether. And that's cool too, if that's the fuck you want to do, or not do, that's fine. But for the rest of us, you know, we out here and we love to discuss these kinds of things, man. It's what makes life grand, to be able to have some open discussions on what happens in real life. So this one is pretty good today. I want y'all to get into these cars first, though, just in case you didn't notice. You see who's in the winner's circle today, right? You see who's in the winner's circle today?
I think
the punch buggy.
I think it's the blue
the
joint.
1967 Volkswagen Beetle.
Nobody care about the Beetle.
AKA punch buggy, no punch
why
back.
you freaking abuse me?
It's punch buggy, no punch back.
This is exactly what we're talking about.
No, come on.
This is what we're talking about.
Any of y'all who grew up in that
trauma.
era,
I am traumatized.
Y'all know what that means.
He just punched me.
No, but I respect the fact that she
because
respected
of
the no punch back.
Yeah, because it's a punch buggy. He said no punch back.
You can't punch back.
But I ain't gonna I'm gonna sit here and be like, oh, thank you there.
No.
What you mean?
It's punch buggy. Come
Yo,
on, y'all know about the punch
abuse.
buggy. Come on, don't play. Y'all know about the punch buggy.
Yo, I know some of y'all got
You never had, didn't you used to play that game when you were, is that
Of course.
Oh, okay, I thought it was really,
But you know what was horrible? Because, you know what was horrible was because everything was a punch buggy. Like,
no bullshit.
There was no, when I was growing up, it was that. You had that.
There was
but then there were other cars that looked like punch buggies that weren't technically punch buggies. It was just the buggy style. And they still would punch you. And I'd be like, well, that's not even a punch buggy.
They let you get that.
That was a
Nah.
lie.
It was
for real, that was not supposed to happen. You let them fraud on you. If somebody
They
would
were
punch me
frauding
with
on
that,
each
then
other, too.
I would have punched them back, because this is the only thing that's a punch buggy. There is no
That
other
was
vehicle
crazy.
than the Volkswagen Beetle that's considered a punch buggy. So if they punched you and it wasn't a punch buggy, then you need to punch them back.
Well, this is when I was younger, so this is forever ago. I don't even talk to them no more. Where am I gonna go back? Like
You owe me
high
punch.
school reunion.
No, you going to tell them, yo.
Start going off on
you
people
hit
like
me, and that
you
shit was
remember
not a punch buggy,
when
bro.
we were back in middle school.
Schools don't have reunions anymore.
I think
No,
they
we
do.
didn't. I didn't, unfortunately.
I think we
My
do.
reunion would have been quite some time ago. I don't even want to talk about it, because that just dates myself, and I don't really like doing that too much.
I don't
I'm getting a lot
know.
older by the minute, man.
Honestly, everybody
fuck
I went
that,
to
boy.
school with,
Go
I
ahead,
don't
you
even
continue, bro.
talk to no more.
And
So
why would you? You've moved on. You've evolved.
yeah, way evolved.
Evolution is.
Last time I checked, they're not doing too good, some of them.
Oh,
But
okay.
you know what?
That's a good feeling, isn't it? But anyway,
It is a good
we
feeling.
have next to it, right, which just might end up in the winner's circle this week. We got the motherfucking Batmobile, and if I'm not mistaken, that appears to me as the Michael Keaton Batmobile from way back in the day, with bat Batman. God damn it, it's got Batman in it. Like, come on.
I'm voting for
I'm
that one.
definitely
I'm
taking
saying
some
that.
votes for that shit. Anybody who wants to vote,
Out the door, I'm saying I'm voting the Batmobile.
You're like not supposed to vote. You're
Hey, I think I have a
the
right to vote.
hostess. No,
Yeah, but I'm
can't.
the host every other week. So I get a chance to vote because
Yes.
I am Pardeen.
Osu
Oh, what?
Dae. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right and not
Hey.
dogging it. But correct me if you feel the need, for sure. Appreciate you for stopping in. And if you
But no,
want,
like-
just go ahead and vote on that shit as well.
I
We're here
say
for it.
Batmobile. Everybody that's watching for Miss Layla Gray, say Batmobile.
Yep,
Say
I agree.
Batmobile. Banny, nanny, nanny. And who wants to get smacked over the car? That car needs to get punched off of that platform. Punched off of the platform.
So dig, check this out. This is what I want. I want to know. This is a crazy topic
Oh, my
today.
bad. I forgot.
No, it's all good.
It's all right. We're not gonna.
It's all good.
Peace to Smoove and co-host. Goddess Masterpiece, we appreciate you for stopping in, friend to the show, for real, for real. She's a legitimate supporter, and definitely go check out her channel. Her ad is right there. She's in as herself. She's not one to hide.
Hello,
For real,
hello,
for real,
hello.
for real. She gets busy. She gets out there. Today we're gonna be talking about some real shit. But yeah, definitely check out Homegirl channel. She's doing way better numbers than I am right now. But yeah, her shit is legit. So dig, this is where we at with it. We're talking about when to let go today. That's what's happening. What up, Locks? What up, Locks? Appreciate
Hey.
you. And anybody
Hello,
who wants to
hello,
vote on the
hello.
cards of today, we have the Punch Buggy versus the Batmobile.
And Layla
The
Gray
Punch Buggy
says
beat the
any
Punch
of
Buggy
her
beat Knight Rider
people
last week. For real, for real.
should be voting Batmobile.
Okay, y'all vote what you want to vote. For real, for real. For real, for real. Y'all vote what
But
you want.
look at it, it's the Batmobile. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Y'all remember? Da-na-na-na-na-na.
That's not that one. I said that
It
was Michael
doesn't
Keaton.
matter what Batman
Not
it is.
Dave West.
Who cares? It's
Michael
Batman. Who cares who is the person
listen.
behind the cape and the mask? Who cares?
Listen.
It's Batman.
Let's get to it though. We're gonna talk about letting go today. Appreciate you, Goddess Masterpiece, for real, for real. We getting in today. We're talking about when to let go. We're talking about relationships with people, and like I said a little earlier, I have a very low tolerance for humans right about now. So if you are on some bullshit, I will cut you off immediately. As soon as listen, anybody who I meet now, if you do some shit that I don't like, I will cut you the fuck off immediately. Today, yesterday, really, I will cut you the fuck off. If you do one thing that I don't like and you were a newbie, fuck you altogether. That's where I'm at with it. As far as people, if for real, right now I'm on a mission. I'm trying to be productive. You will either offer enrichment or you will not offer. That is just what it is. If we don't have some type of exchange, like I'm done with the one-sided shit. I don't do that anymore. If you can't produce like I can produce, then fuck you, for real, for real.
That's not me.
That's not you?
No, that's you. That's you. My shit's on silent.
Oh.
That's not me. That's you.
I
what
gotta,
you
my bad. I
mean?
gotta have it button.
What?
So how are you feeling about cutting people off that you shouldn't? When to let go?
I feel like this is something that I feel strongly about, and anyone that comes to me for advice, anyone that comes to me for readings, anyone that comes to me, period, whether you're a friend, a client, or just a passerby, I am very big on the concept of letting go of toxicity and letting go of. Yes, these are the pants that
She's
have
got
the
the TikTok
texture.
leggings. Hold on. Show them the TikTok
They
leggings.
have
She's
the
got the
texture.
TikTok. Yeah. She's got the TikTok leggings on today.
they're like a snake.
Did it have a wedgie or no?
No, it don't got the wedgie.
They
Man,
don't
I don't
believe
know
you.
if you could see it, but can you guys see that? Like the texture.
Those are what they call the TikTok leggings.
The
If you
TikTok
Google
leggings, they're
TikTok leggings,
supposed to
that's what
make
they
your
are.
butt look big, but my butt always looks big. People.
Oh, you can sit the fuck down.
I'm sitting down.
You're
Fuck
doing
you.
too much.
I'm sitting down now. I'm sitting. He
You're
mad.
doing too much.
He
You're
mad.
doing too
Anyway, but yeah, it is a texture
Twerk,
thing.
twerk, twerk.
No, we're not doing
Hey!
that. No. No.
Lady C started it. Lady C
No, we're
is
not
a
doing that.
procrastinator.
No, she's an
She's an
instigator. We're not going to
instigator.
do that. We're not
She
going to do that. Stop.
instigated it.
Power of Christ compels you.
Thank you. So,
I'm not really compelled by the power of Christ, though, Smoove.
Apparently not.
Anyway, but no, really though, everybody that I've spoken to have come to me, whatever. I'm so big on letting go of toxicity, focusing on your self-worth, focusing on your self-love, and the things that make you grow as a person, you know, in general. So what I feel about letting go at this point in time in my life, I feel strongly about letting go of things that no longer serve you.
Right.
I don't believe in like, for example, you're in a toxic relationship. Toxic being y'all hitting each other, arguing every day, going at it, things like that. Neither of you are happy. Y'all cheating on each other, treating each other like crap. That's something I say let go of. It doesn't serve you. Maybe in the beginning of the relationship, this person was your person. They were doing everything right. They were there at a time you needed them, and likewise. But over time, it broke down.
What up, Joe?
You get what I'm saying? So I do believe that to a certain degree, you know, you have to let go when it doesn't serve you anymore. Like, you know, even when it comes down to jobs, staying at a job that don't make you happy no more. If you could level up. Now, if this is a career job and this is the highest you're going to get, fine. But at the same time, nobody should ever feel like they are stuck somewhere that is negatively impacting their mental health.
Okay, so with that, right? Jobs, I think most of us don't have a choice in that matter. I mean, for most of us to end up leaving our job, the only way that happens
You're
is
fired.
You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it's like we out here because when you get a check, who the fuck really likes their job? Unless you're out here and you are like a creator. Or,
but you can have
your own
toxic
business.
work environments. No, that's a thing. Fuck that. You can have toxic work environments.
Explain.
And okay, so for example, I knew somebody, they worked for a telecommunication center. The people that worked there, and it's like telecommunications, like, you know them people that call you like your car's extended warranty. Those people, whatever.
Oh yeah, fuck them people.
All of them. The thing is, she would walk into
them.
that atmosphere. They would purposely like isolate her, make her feel very uncomfortable. And it's only 8 hours that she had to work. She was ostracized, like harassed, all type of dumb stuff in that atmosphere. And that's a type of job where it's like, yo, dime a dozen, you can move forward and move on. So I really feel like, yeah.
For real?
It's
a good
like,
theme talking about relationships between. Hold on.
It's true though.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know you were over there. You were under the table. I don't know what you were doing there, but you were under the table. A good thing talking about relationships between people is of paramount importance. It's the very basis of society. Respect to you. Appreciate you. And I'm sorry if I butcher your name again. Kausu Deate. If I'm right, I'm hoping. Right? We're trying to do that. All right, relationship talk with Jesus up in this bitch. Shout to the homie.
Yes, Batman.
Friend to the show. And we had homeboy on here the other week. Definitely check that joint out, and definitely check his channel. He's got his own YouTube channel as well. You know what I mean? Relationship talk with A1Gs. Holla at the homie, man. He getting it in too. He got some shit. Scar up in his bitch. What up?
Hey, Scar.
Marie Kondo of CTF. Let go what does not give you joy.
This is a
damn.
fact.
Okay, so we should be letting go of our jobs, because most of our jobs we don't like. That shit is tough.
Nah, but I mean that's the
it pays
thing.
the bills, though. So, but you're
I
saying
just
you
think
have to
if
let
it
go.
doesn't serve you anymore. I say if it doesn't serve you anymore, meaning if that job is paying your bills and it's what most of your living is based off of, and you can't level up any further than you can, and you have no choice but to stick it out, then stick it out to retirement. But if it no longer serves you, like you're not getting paid. No, it's not most of us, because a lot of us think we need a job because we are hesitant to start over. We're hesitant to leave and try something new or something different with fear that, oh, our last references aren't good enough or whatever. There's plenty of things, and I think that's what we're going to get into today as it pertains to relationships.
What if your job has a pension, and then right now the economic climate doesn't promote pensions, period? What do you do? Do you let go, or what do you do?
If it doesn't allow you to have a pension?
No, your job has a pension that you're at right now. You really hate the shit. But if you try to get a job with a pension right now, it's nearly impossible. So what do you do?
Oh, I guess, as I said, you're missing the point. If it no longer serves you. That's not true. If it no longer serves you. If the pension is something that you can't go without, and you know you don't want to give up that pension, then you're not gonna give up that job unless
Gotcha.
you solidly. And I hope most of y'all understand. If you guys are planning on leaving a job, please make sure you got something else lined
Oh
up.
yeah, you're gonna have to
You
do it
have
like women
to-
do men.
you have
You gotta
to
monkey
have
bar it. Do not have
The
a gap.
monkey bar it.
Yeah, do it like that. Women don't
have
ever
to
leave a
monkey
man
bar
until
it.
they have a better one, or at least what is
No,
perceived
that's
as
what
better.
men do.
No, that's
Secured.
what men do.
That's
Excuse
what
me?
men-
That's what men do.
Men
I know
does
more
that.
men that do that than women.
What?
And fuck your button.
Stop.
Fuck your button.
What?
No.
Men are cheaters.
No, men tend to do that more than women.
No.
That's
no,
a
no,
fact.
no.
No. Men
No,
tend to
no,
do that more
wait,
than
wait,
women.
wait. That's
Men
bullshit.
tend
This
to do
is
that
how.
more than women.
No,
This is-
it's men.
How many men do you know after they break
Hold
up?
on,
And matter of fact, it's
Excuse me.
stereotypical.
That
I'll
wasn't
pull up
the-
the meme. I'm pulling up the meme.
Hold on. This is not how it goes. Women definitely will monkey bar
No,
a situation
it's
real
men.
quick. Men do not do that. Men will let some shit go that they don't fuck with. Period. Just out. They like, all right, I'm done with this shit. A woman will
Yeah,
have a
they
whole
might,
dude
but a dude
No.
can, no.
chewing on that shit.
No.
That's not true because
What?
men tend to. It is literally stereotypical.
can't do
You've
this.
never seen the meme of
Yo,
like
so
a guy
lucky
the
this is
first
not the
week
topic
after a
today
breakup
because I would've
against
had
a
these
woman.
stats already.
Yo, but no,
Bust your
I'm
asses.
pulling up the meme, and I hope I could show y'all. But that's the
Yeah.
stereotypical thing with guys. A guy right after a breakup, he's going out with his friends, he's drinking, he's out, he's sleeping with somebody else, he's trying to get this chick off his mind. And a woman will sit there in the house crying, being all depressed
A lie
and
detector
sad.
test determined
And then by
that
the
was a
time
lie.
the end, the weeks are over, it takes guys weeks before they accept the fact
That
that
was a
shit's
lie.
over and it really sucks. And by the time they accept it, the woman now is moving on. So you only perceive it that way because that's a male person. And you can't keep hitting buttons if I don't got a button.
What are you talking about?
You keep hitting buttons while I'm talking. Do I have a button over here? The day you should not be allowed to push a
We got a couple
button
more
until I
comments
have
in
a
here.
button.
Relationship Talk with G's podcast says, well, I've been working on myself for almost 3 years now.
Good for you. We know this about you, G's. Check out that
Fear-free.
episode.
Fear free. He's fear free. And that's awesome. That's a great place to
But my point isn't so much that it's letting go of things that don't serve you. Whether you're a man, a woman, a both, it doesn't matter. You just gotta let go of what doesn't serve you anymore.
be. Let's get into friendships then. And then we're going to
Yes.
jump into relationships where we're really going to go hard. Pause. But we're definitely going to, let's go into friendships. As far as friendships are concerned, right? When do you feel like it's a good time to let go of a friend? What signs do you believe that you should let a person go?
In my opinion, as soon as that friend starts proving to be a messed up friend. For example,
Like?
y'all all at the bar, you're all out having drinks, you have one too many, everybody's drinking, and they stick you in an Uber and send you home by yourself.
Oof.
That is a terrible friend. And I don't care what none of y'all say. If you guys
Yeah.
went out as a team, you should not be leaving alone because you are the drunkest one. Your friend should always be looking you out. There should always be one person beside you, whether you're
Well-
a male or a female, because stuff happens to dudes too.
But
Stuff
here's-
happens to dudes too.
That's one thing, but I feel like everyone is at fault if they did not have a plan. Like there's been certain nights I already know if I'm going to be a liability that night, which doesn't happen very often. It happens once a decade. When I hit a milestone with an O behind it, then I like, all right, listen, tonight I'm going to be a liability. I'm going out. I'm going to get plastered. I'm going to be fucked up on the pregame, and then we're going to go out and drink. And I let people know. So look, I certainly am not driving, and you need to watch what the fuck I'm doing because I just might elbow people on purpose and do extra shit that I normally don't engage in. So they already know what it's hitting for. So everybody's babysitting. Like 4 babysitters, big motherfuckers too. So ain't nothing going down. Some people might be armed. So, we prepared for whatever. You know what I mean?
But this is the thing.
Hold on, I want that.
That's good friends. Good friends plan.
Yeah, you plan. So we all know. And I've definitely done it way more times. Like I said, I might do it
But
once a
that's
decade.
good friends.
But I've definitely make sure, all right, you ain't good. All right, well, I've been the designated plenty of times. and all that shit.
I'm normally always the designated.
Okay,
But
'cause you're not much of a drinker. You ain't
yeah,
got
I'm
nothing
not.
in your cup
I'm
right
not.
now. Look,
Yeah,
she over
what the
here,
heck? Where's
she
my
got water.
coconut water? What happened?
It's in the fridge.
Where's the love?
Lady, she was supposed to
Anyway,
get that shit today, but she didn't.
anyway, but
She lagged.
normally you get the coconut water.
I haven't been in there today.
Oh, that's your problem.
Thank you. We appreciate you. You're so kind.
But no, like
She being lazy today.
I think a good friend. I think we all have that one friend that'll hit us up last minute, like, hey, you want to chill? Let's go out. Let's hang out. Let's do something. Those are the friends that it's like a once in a lifetime. You chill with them and stuff like that.
And then
And they go out and they put you in an Uber by yourself. I'm saying
That
like
somebody died like that.
that is why I'm using that example, because
That was a
that's
young
the first
college
thing
girl
that
and
came
shit?
to my mind. Yes,
Yeah.
she was a college girl. It was her birthday. She went out with her friends. She got drunk. She wanted to see her boyfriend. Her friends put her in an Uber by herself, and she died.
It wasn't an Uber. It was a fake Uber. Not wrong.
It wasn't a real Uber, but she was
She
intoxicated.
got into the wrong.
got
She just
into
jumped in
wrong-
a random person's car. It was her fault. She jumped in a random person's car, which so
But at the
happened to
same
not be
time,
an
her
Uber.
friend shouldn't have never let her jump in any car that intoxicated by herself.
Y'all need a cup?
No, I'm good.
No.
I'm good. Thank you.
I'm not gonna desecrate my brandy. She's
Thank
gonna
you.
drink the coconut
But
water all by herself.
but basically, yeah, that's one example. Another example, friends that aren't there for you when you need them, but you're always there for them when they need you. So whether that's emotionally, mentally, in any way, like for example, they're going through a breakup and crying on your shoulder, you're there, you're proving to be a good friend, you're hanging out with them, you're trying to cheer them up, but you go through a breakup and it's non-existent, it's not working, it's not happening. You know what I mean?
I just had.
So,
Go ahead.
like, that's also a thing, and a lot of that comes from, and we'll get into it later, but a lot of that comes from the way that we're treated in our childhood when we're younger, and the things we go through throughout our life that could be traumatic and stuff. So when it comes down to friendships, yeah, if you have a friend that you're putting in more work and you're tolerating stuff, if they're talking behind your back and you find out about it and you're still chilling with them
Well,
and stuff,
first of all, you need to
that's
find.
crazy.
You can't wait for them to talk about you behind your back. You have to watch.
Sometimes there's people that don't give you no symbol or sign that they're talking about you behind their back.
They do. You just it comes together in retrospect most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
When you see them talking about someone else that's supposed to be
But
their
that's
friend
not
behind
true
their
either,
back,
because I've had friends like that too. I've
that
had
would talk
friends.
about somebody else's back and
No,
don't talk
no,
about yours?
no. They would not talk about anybody else. They wouldn't come off like that. None of that. And then I find out later that they would be saying stuff about me behind my back
Right.
out of jealousy and spite. Wow, deja vu. Just had a deja vu looking at that candle flame.
Are we back?
Anyway, that was weird. So anyway, but yeah, I've had friends. I guess they ain't friends no more because I don't talk to them no more. I don't talk to them no more. But I've had friends like that, and that, as I said, why am I repeating myself? But okay, that they've never spoke negatively about anyone else. They've never given me those red flags like they're this type of person. And then I find out later that they are certainly that type of person.
Yeah,
they
I
just
must
know
have
how to
missed
save
it. I think
face.
that's what happened. I think you missed it. I think it went over your head.
What?
I think it went over your head. They're usually there. Those signs are there.
Nah,
Sometimes
it
miss it.
wasn't there. It wasn't presenting as that.
And anybody in here, for real, throw that like up. Definitely share this bitch if you can. For real. Hold up. Dwayne Williams said, "Yo, Smoove, I hope you know the John Desi passed away today.
Desi?
Shit crazy.
The
Get
one
the
that
fuck
the
outta
one
here.
that was on your show?
No way.
The one that was on your show?
Hey, Dwayne Williams, hit me up in the DM under Trev_Smoove for real, Dwayne Williams like this. No way.
Is that the Desi from the show?
Yes.
No way. The
That-
little
no way.
skinny girl?
Yeah.
Wow.
What? Nah, wait, man. We're gonna have to verify that because
Wow.
that's outrageous.
What?
What's her IG? The girl that was on the show, the two girls?
Yeah.
That came
This
on
ain't
one of
that
them
she died?
pads.
Wait, I don't want to even
Allegedly.
repeat that unless
Allegedly.
we got some verification because that's outrageous and
The one that was
hit me in
sitting
the,
down
hit me in
with
the
the
DM though. Hit
The
me in the
skinny
DM
one that
'cause
was
if she
sitting
died,
right here.
that's
damn.
outrageous. Definitely hit me in the
Is
DM.
that their
TREV_Smoove for real.
Is
Huh?
that their friend? That's
If they know, if they're telling it to me, they must know. I don't know what their relationship is, but
Well, go on
yo,
their page. It might say RIP underneath all they shit.
hit me up.
Yeah,
hit
what's
me up,
her
bro.
page?
Hit me up, bro. Hit
What's
me up,
her
bro, about
page?
that. I don't want to. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that right now because we're not sure that
Alright.
that is that.
Well, that's why I was trying
Listen,
to go
we're not
on the
doing that. We're
page.
conducting an entire show right now. You can continue with your crack pipe over there, and we're gonna do what we do. And
I just
you know,
don't
It's
it's
not a crack pipe.
I don't know. It looks like one from here.
Everything looked like a
Shit.
crack
I
pipe
done
to
lost
you,
3
Smoove.
friends here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
just hit me up in the DM, bro.
No,
For real.
5.
If that
That's
happened,
crazy.
that's crazy. But I do not want to go into that until we know for sure. I need to know for sure before I go into any of that. But she had one of the highest viewing shows on here and had the most popping live that I've had so far on this joint. So I would not because of that, but she was cool. Like we spoke after that. I did some work with her after that. So that would be crazy if that happened. But I don't want to even go on and on.
Well, it was weird because we read that comment right after I stared at a candle flame and said deja vu, and he said the power Christ compels you. I'm just saying that would be weird.
But yeah, definitely hit me up. TREV _ SMOOVE. Now how you spelled it, bro? SMOOVE. TREV _ SMOOVE. Hit me up about that. But we're gonna try to get back on.
To this friendship thing,
and we're gonna work on that. But
yeah, we'll definitely talk about that. But so yeah, like you could have fake friends, and I think everybody in here could at least once say that, you know.
A lot of them.
Wow. So, this is what I'm gonna say. I just spoke about this with the homeboy. That's the Muslim joint in the background. She a light skinned baddie. Oh, she's not Muslim. She just wears wraps all the fucking time.
She's protecting her crown.
She just wears wraps.
I am Muslim.
And she's protecting her crown.
Thank you, Corey.
For her, what the hell she be talking about? You would not believe she's Muslim for half a minute. But anyway,
I'm Muslim.
yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Muslimic.
Yeah, okay. See how she being disrespectful? You know damn well she would never do that. And first off, she would have stayed in her place a lot more if she was. She doesn't know how to stay in her place. She's absolutely not Muslim by any stretch of the word. So we're not going to do that.
I'll practice it now.
Yeah, you practice. in what form? Oh, okay, never mind. But anyway, carry on. We're going to keep it going on this side. I'm going to leave that shit alone. I can say a lot, but I'm not going to say nothing. I can say a lot, but I ain't going to say shit.
Why you being a big
I can
hater
say a
for?
lot, but I ain't going to say shit.
All right, go ahead. Say your
and
lot.
anybody in here, definitely throw that like down. Definitely throw that share on for real, for real. We're about to get into the meat and potatoes in just a minute.
I do like the meat and potatoes.
We know you do. Especially the potatoes.
Especially the meat.
Yeah. Okay, we know exactly what is on her mind. The same thing that's
Taint
on
and
her
a
mind.
beast.
Listen.
Time, huh?
We're all animals. We all animals.
That's the first thing on your mind. All you thinking about.
That is not what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, we got you.
I was just saying, you said meat and potatoes, and I prefer the meat.
But yeah, me and the homeboy Boomer, right, from Slick Talk with Boomer, also a friend of the show. He's got a show on here. You should check that out on Take You to the Streets TV channel, right? Also available on YouTube, right? And listen, we was talking about a lot of things. We got into the karma and all of this and this and that. But just now, today, we talked about it. Maybe about 2-3 hours ago, something like that, whatever it was. And the one thing that I mentioned is you don't know who fuck with you until you need them.
And that's a fact.
As
I said,
when they need you, y'all cool as fuck.
Friendships, them one-sided friendships.
They cool as fuck. But when you need them, yo, and that's the whole thing. If you've helped someone for a very long time, and whenever they needed you, you were there for them. You sacrificed. You get that 3 o'clock call, right? 3 a.m. call, like they were broke down, and then you had to go pick them up, or for whatever reason, or you had to bail them out of jail, or you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you had to do, and then you try to ask them for anything, and then they just like, nah, I can't really do. Or oh no, my girl, she like, man, fuck that shit, yo. Get them out of here, man. They gotta go, because at the same time, you made sacrifices. You know what I mean? You had to explain to your significant other or whatever that,
or whatever
I gotta
your
go help.
situationship was
I gotta
at
go
that
do
time.
this. You could have been doing anything. You could have been getting some head at the time. You know what I mean? You could have been at work. You could have been
doing
eating
anything.
food with your family. Whatever the case is, you could have been getting money, and you put shit aside to make sure that they were good because you gave a fuck. And when you try to reach out to them, they don't. And it's, you know, if you're not that, you know, it is what it is, and that's good. That's the friends you keep. You know what I mean? I don't keep many friends. I got less than fingers of people that I can actually call friends. I have hell of acquaintances, but as far as friends, not to say that all of them are bad people, but it just takes me a very long time before what we
There's
develop
gotta be a level of show and prove.
called a friendship. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, anybody who does not reciprocate what it is that you do. Reciprocity is also important in a friendship. You must be able to deliver when called upon. It can't be one-sided. There's no way that you should always owe me money. I should owe you money too if you owe me money. You know what I'm saying? And even if not, you should, let's just say I have way more money than you do.
Yeah.
Then you should at some way be offering some type of enrichment that makes it worthwhile. You know what I mean? Like I should be able to call on you for any type of favor.
Yeah.
And it's not about, you could look at it and say,
It doesn't
hey, look.
have to always be about money, though.
It's not always a transaction.
Sometimes it's about emotional support, being there for somebody,
it's
being
not
present.
always it's not always about transaction, because there's people who I help and I don't expect anything from, but if I do ask you for something that you are very well capable of, I'm not expecting a no. Fuck that. I'm that type of dude. I'm not gonna ask you for my money back all the time. But if I call for a favor and I sacrifice and put shit aside and put myself in stupid ass positions to help you, then fuck yeah, I expect you to do the same thing for me or do whatever it is that you're capable of. Period.
Yeah.
And I don't care what people think about that, but for real, at the point in my life I am trying to be efficient. So you are not an efficient person if I can't call on you the same way that you can call on me. I don't need you as a friend. It is what it is. I'm not going to have you as a friend. You could be a long distance person. You could be an acquaintance. But if I got to help you and you can't help me, if I need something, then fuck you. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not trying to play that. That's just what it is. Sometimes you just got to let them go.
That's a fact.
Now, I don't know if you have anything else on that. And god damn it, we would love to get some votes on this. I haven't seen any votes on the Batman or the Punch Buggy so far. I haven't seen
No,
any
you're
votes.
lying. He already voted Batman.
Who did? I ain't hear.
Relationship talks with G's.
Where?
Up. Go up. Stop. Right there.
Oh, no, he said
Batman.
Okay.
Because he understands that.
No, it's not that. That's Michael Keaton, bro. That's a different thing.
Who cares?
No. Adam West is his name, and that's not it. Alright. Never wait. See, and this is the whole thing. This is what Scar says: never loan money that you can't afford to lose. I still go by that model. I just told. Listen, he giving out game right there. I swear on everything. I told somebody this shit last week. Whatever. I didn't phrase it that way. Whatever you loan out.
Don't give your last
just
dollar.
consider it. You can give out your last dollar.
Don't give your last dollar if you don't have.
Whatever you loan, just consider it a loss because you may not get it back.
Don't expect it
Do
back.
not ever loan anybody your bill money.
If
you loan somebody your bill money and be like, yo, bro, I'm gonna need that shit. You stupid as fuck. Don't even do nothing dumb like that. Don't you ever do no dumb shit like that. Because there is a strong chance you're not getting it back. Don't you ever loan somebody money that you are going to need back.
Stupid.
You got it? Listen, don't you ever do that shit. Don't you ever in your life do that. Because you may not get it back. What you gotta understand is that when someone is asking to loan you for money, there are certain circumstances that happen. However, if you have a habitual offender, right? They will always ask, right? What's the? Can I get a little? Especially when they're watching you and somebody in your pocket, like damn. So they don't even. People don't be like, yo, how much money is it? They do it on a slick. They be like, damn son, I fuck with that watch, yo. Where you get that at? Oh word, shit. That's what's up. How much they want it for? This is how people be fucking pocket watching.
That sounds.
You know what I'm saying? That's about how they do it on some sly shit. They don't be like, yo, how much you made on your left? No. They don't do all that. They go ahead with that slide shit. They start being like, yo, that shit dope, fam. I'm about to get one of those, yo. Damn, how much I'm gonna need for that, bro? That's how motherfuckers be sitting there pocket watching. They try to be sophisticated and slick with their shit. But you ain't slick. We know what the fuck you doing. You pocket watching out here. Motherfuckers that be pocket watching. Next thing you know, damn,
they asking for a favor.
Yo, for real though, like I need such and such. I know a lot of people who lost friendships just because of that. Shit, I mean, did I lose? Not over money. I've lost friendships over betrayal, not over money, because I have went by the rule for a very long time. Over betrayal mostly. People betray me and then I gotta get you back and then get rid of you. That's my motto. If you do me dirty, I'm gonna get you back, and then I'm gonna get rid of you. That's just how it goes. But sometimes you gotta let go. I gotta get revenge first, and then I can let go. Whatever the situation is, I gotta get revenge first.
And
Call it what you want. I don't care how you feel about it. But if you do something dirty to me that I feel like was betrayal or you did me wrong or something, I'm gonna get you back,
I think that's fair.
and then I'm gonna leave
be
you alone.
honest, I think that's fair.
Then we're even. I could forgive you after
You
that.
know why I don't do revenge tactics in some way? Because I
No, we
feel
don't.
like
You're
the
lowering
person who
yourself to their
already
level.
did that, they already didn't give a fuck. So
Yeah.
how is that really?
My
getting
thing
back?
is, it depends.
Especially if they did you first, and that means
That's
you like
true.
second to come around. If they really need you for something, that's getting them back. Like
Yeah.
if that house you giving them over their head is something, their food you giving them is oversight. If they don't give a fuck about, if you don't really have no attachments, like in a certain
If
way.
they don't, I get what you're
see
saying.
what
Like,
I'm
if they don't care about you or care enough, like, whatever
Yeah.
you're doing, unless
Yeah.
you're going back killing somebody, their family, or doing something really grimy in that nature,
Why is it?
then
why
I
so
get it.
important
But
to
at
get
the same
somebody
time,
back?
I get it as far as like
Yeah.
getting someone back and then disregard. I
just
get
feel like
it,
I'm wasting
but
my time if
no,
I'm-
but I think it depends on the situation. Like,
You
is
believe
this
in revenge,
person?
don't you?
I do to a certain degree, yeah.
What?
But it
Is that a
depends.
yes or a
Yeah,
no?
but
To a certain
I'm telling
degree,
y'all,
because
That's a yes.
it's
How do y'all
situational.
think that's
It's
bothering
not.
that person though?
No,
Oh,
it's
I'm going to
situational
bother
for
the
me.
person.
No, but how?
How?
It's
Depends on what they did
situational.
defense-wise.
Like, for me, like, is it family? Because if it's family, that's your family. So it's like, okay, you probably could get some little form of revenge, but I wouldn't do petty revenge. Revenge to me is more so like, I guess kind of what you're saying, like, yo, you're gonna need me one day and I ain't gonna be there,
That's not revenge.
and I'll manipulate this energy and make sure that
Real
it's.
bad position.
I don't know. I feel like my revenge
I'm gonna
is
fuck
just
your
like,
shit up.
I think my revenge is you ain't gonna know it's me.
That's now that type of revenge, doing something that somebody needs.
Yeah, actual
But I
revenge.
think people
I'm gonna
get
get
the I'm gonna get you back.
Well, what kind of revenge are you talking about, Smoove?
Depends on the offense. You name an offense, and I'll
if
tell you
you
what I
got
do
a
to
if you got a house
Someone
you own
had
and that's
sex
the only
with your
house you live
woman.
in and burn it up,
Your best friend had sex
that's
with your
revenge to
woman.
me.
That's,
If you have a house, you own it,
This is what I'm gonna say
and
about
that's
that.
all you had, I'll burn it up and you ain't got no
This is what I'm gonna say about that. First of all,
Someone slept with your
That's
woman. what you doing?
revenge,
you
but
said
if
a
you're
best
just
friend.
looking to get people back, that's
That's
dumb.
what I'm saying.
You said a best friend,
Yeah, close friend, best
a
friend.
close friend. Well, first off, that's
So if your close friend sleep
We
with,
don't want to hear
So
about it's never gonna happen. We're saying you
Wait a
said
minute.
give a scenario. I'm giving you a scenario. Answer.
excuse
but
me,
if your
you know,
close
stop
friend
talking
slept
for a
with your
minute.
boyfriend,
Fado, what's
how
up?
are you going to get them back? They already did something that's really fucked up to you. Like, so what do you
I like
can't
Layla
you
revenge.
can't say, oh, I'm gonna
That's
get
what
their
they say.
boyfriend back. That doesn't mean nothing. That's why they stuck out of the relationship to fuck your boyfriend.
Huh?
Well, yeah, I think in that situation, yeah, I
Yeah,
get
that's
that.
what I'm saying. I wouldn't get it.
But I want to see.
That's
Well, I'm
petty
trying to
me.
understand how he would get revenge in that situation because he
That's why I
says
say
he
you
does
gotta
it.
Fuck up. Something.
That's what I'm saying. He sounds
Serious.
like he's like one of them people. He said in any situation, I can give you a way I would get revenge. So how would you get revenge in that manner?
Somebody that
They
What?
slept with your chick. They dogged her shit.
If
out.
somebody slept with your chick, how you gonna get your homie back? Like,
Yeah, how you gonna
I
get your
probably
homie
fuck
back?
his mother or something.
why?
Why would you fuck his
he
mom?
don't care.
He wouldn't care if I fucked his
No.
mother. Yes, he
Probably
would.
no.
You don't know, man. You don't understand, man.
No.
You don't understand.
Are you
man.
gonna impregnate
I
his
know,
mother?
But
No.
I'm trying to tell you,
I
I
have
grew up
vasectomy.
with friends
Yeah,
that
I'm
were
gonna
sleeping with
say
their
it.
homie's mother. And they didn't care. Bro, they don't care.
Crazy as hell.
Now, if your mom if he got a
All the
portrait of
guys
his
that
mom
would have a
and
problem
put it
with your
YouTube,
friend sleeping with your mom, drop
you
it
put
in the
it on
comments.
YouTube, that's revenge. You can't just keep the tape and be like, yo, I'm gonna show you. You gotta put it on YouTube.
No.
Why
Listen,
not?
you don't understand.
Y'all
You
crazy.
think, hold on.
What y'all doing stuff petty then? It's for no
friendships-
reason.
I
worthy
think
of
I
getting
think
rid
if
of.
I'm gonna make a video, I'm
Hold
throwing
on.
that shit up
I gotta
publicly,
comment.
Exactly.
and everybody's gonna be
Hold on,
like,
we got
"Yo,
some
that's
comments here.
such
We
and
got some
such."
comments. We got some comments. Here's what Scar says. Some friendships are worthy of getting rid of. For as cheap as $50, they'll dodge the hell out of you for that.
Scar,
That's
what
right.
made-
They will.
Ed
They
Scar,
will.
what made him
They
get
will.
rid of his friends? Did he ever had to get one of his friends and
Hold on. You
him?
said arson can get a 25 years or more if someone gets.
Hey, Scar, stop. No, you're gonna help me. Remember, you're gonna help me.
What's poppin'? Hey, Federer, you know how to spell my name, goddammit. I got a V in it. No TH. Appreciate you, though. And I'm not a wild boy. I'm
Yeah,
just
but that's
talking
what
that
I'm saying.
shit.
There's no point in saying, oh,
And I want
fuck-
somebody to
fuck
say,
this
as
person
a
and
man,
make you
that if I fucked
You
your
gotta
mother, it wouldn't hurt
destroy
you.
something.
No.
But how would fucking a mom?
Yeah, that's
Bother
what
them.
do shit.
Huh?
You have to fuck somebody better than their mom.
I mean,
It's no fucking that's revenge to me.
crazy as hell. Somebody, you crazy as hell.
If
somebody-
I was a man,
No,
if I was a man,
if
I would
I
take
slept-
it to the next level. If I was a man, if I'm gonna fuck your
Bro,
mom,
if I
if
slept
your
with
mom is
somebody-
young enough, I'm gonna impregnate your mom. If I was a man, I'll be like, now you're gonna have a little brother or sister
Now
that
that's
came from
fucked,
me.
No,
y'all. But that's what she
oh my
keep
God,
it.
That's extra.
And she don't
That's-
tell him that she
That's
pregnant
extra.
by
If they had a sister, I would fuck her too. But I'm just saying, that if that should happen, yeah, I'm fucking every female that they're close to. Period.
But that's not
Not
fair.
everybody mom and sister down for that.
That's
though.
not fair though.
My mom wouldn't be down for none of that nut shit.
No.
You don't think so?
Hell no, bro. Not even my sister. Nope.
Gotcha. Either way, we gonna get into the.
My
yeah,
sister
she
number
talking-
tell me
Fado
quick.
says
My
she
mom
talking
would tell-
crazy. He don't
Hey,
believe you.
Fado, shut the fuck
He don't
up.
believe you. He don't believe you. Anyway,
Hey.
here's what I want to get.
No,
Here's the
I'm
next-
saying
we
like
about to
cheating
get
and
to the-
cheat. Like that's not getting
We
nobody
about
back,
to
though.
get to the meat and potatoes now. It's the meat and potatoes
me.
time. The meat and potatoes time, people.
And she said
Here's
she
what
want the meat only. So throw your
Me
potatoes
only.
somewhere.
Give me the sausage. Because what other type
Alright.
of meat? I mean, you can put beef with potatoes, but let's be real, like sausage and potatoes.
You-
Kabasi. Ooh, kabasi.
All right, whatever.
You
And,
saying
and
that
look, time
like
out.
somebody
Anybody who
who
didn't throw a
probably
like down,
haven't-
throw a like down. And secondly, anyone who did not vote on the 1967 blue
I'm choose
Volkswagen.
Batman.
Excuse me.
Batman.
Excuse me.
Batman.
No, 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 no. Every time I do it, I have to do the
Anybody who
dance now.
Now, anyone who did not vote on the Volkswagen Beetle from 1967,
He's
the
a
blue one,
hater.
or
Big
the
hair.
Batmobile, Michael Keaton version from the original first movie Batman, and
No, 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 no,
Michael
no, 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 no.
the actual Batman. I want some votes on that, if you would, please throw some votes on that. We got one for the Batmobile. If you concur, throw the Batmobile down. If you do not, and you want the Volkswagen Beetle to remain
what,
the reigning
Fado?
champion, then we're gonna do it.
Fatal, I approve of your last comment.
What he say?
She's still in my. I
He
did
said
an
he
enemy
did an
sister.
enemy sister.
There
And
you go. What I said.
She
Fucking
does.
somebody's
Wait, hold
mother
up.
is worse than her sisters. But
So did he
that's a
feel
good
some
one,
type
too.
of way? Did he feel some type of
I'm
way?
sure he fucking did.
If they're enemies,
I'm sure
probably.
he did. I'm
If
sure
they're
he did.
enemies,
I'm sure he
if
did.
they're, it's one thing not to give
Sure
a
he
fuck,
did.
but
But do the sister know they was enemies?
Sure he did. Sure he did.
No,
Now-
I said did the sister know that they were enemies?
Fatal, did
Before
the
that.
sister know that they
Feel
were
free to
enemies?
answer that, bro. But so here we are. Ball
Did she know y'all were beefing?
Yeah.
Batmobile. God damn, we got another one. All right, Batmobile about to win this bitch apparently.
If
I
a
just
man
drank
said
something
that he
weird.
riding in the passenger
There's
side,
probably a
because
Pope. It's Pope in
Batman is
there, you
on
know.
here.
It's Pope. It's Pope.
I know, but it gave me a back of the throat. Stop it.
She
Okay,
gonna
she-
turn y'all on, y'all.
Yo, she's in heat today apparently.
Nah,
I don't know
because
what's
it
going
did.
on
It
with
was
you.
in the back of my throat. Like, you know what I'm talking about? That weird aftertaste?
Mm-hmm. Oh, my
Yo, we don't even know what to say.
It's getting worse. It's getting worse.
We don't have
getting-
no
it's
good
getting
time.
I want a button. Give
It's
me a
getting
button.
worse. It's getting worse.
Give me a button.
Yeah, because I already need you to do it.
Yes.
Anyway, we're getting to the meat and potatoes. Now we're getting to the relationships here. When to fucking let go.
Oh, yeah.
What do you got for that, buddy?
All right, so as I said earlier, I think it's time to let go when the whole situation just becomes toxic. If
Okay.
you're not happy, they're not happy, y'all both not happy, you're not putting forth any effort to make it work, whether it's you or them, because one-sided relationships, especially say someone's living with you or something crazy like that, if they're not putting in their work, that is one of them dynamics where you have to choose you before them and let it go, unless an original arrangement was for them not to do shit and just to be there. Okay? Also, let it go. If you guys are freaking, if it's physically abusive, any form of like abuse, emotional, physical, mental, any of that, let it go. And also, sometimes it doesn't even have to get to that point. If you're not fulfilled and you're feeling like, you know, this person isn't the person you see yourself staying with, don't waste their time. Don't hold up someone else's husband, wife, whatever.
Someone
Let it
else's
go.
husband. When nobody get given looking at
Let it
Damn.
go.
Somebody's husband.
Cause
will-
somebody want that person and you just holding them hostage knowing damn well you ain't
and then I'm
doing
going to
nothing with
commence
them.
the ass kicking. Scar says, I did a lot of revenge when I was much younger, but have evolved by just putting good energy to build
I know, 'cause-
myself.
Okay, Scar.
No, I hear
Okay,
you. I hear
Scar.
you. Hold on. No, hold on.
Okay.
No, because you just tried to give me time.
You gotta,
Like, yo,
so,
you gonna
you
do
gotta,
20.
you gotta, hold on.
I'm gonna do 20
You got-
with the body in it.
Body, yada, yada, yada.
No, because if I'm gonna get 20, the body better be in there.
Yo, you gotta explain that shit. I'm about to get into my groove real quick, cause I got a little dater over here today, buddy. I got a little dater.
I hate him and his dater.
I got some. Y'all don't like my dater?
No.
I didn't even know what the hell you were talking about for the longest. I'm not even
I
gonna
got
lie
some
to you.
dater. So we got some.
His dater.
So what now? The main question is, what is it about a relationship that would make you feel like someone may stay attached to something that they should not be attached to anymore?
They could be attached. Okay, so it might be certain aspects of the actual person, you know what I mean? Or just the concept of being in a relationship. There's plenty of people that stay in relationships because they grew up around dysfunction. So they're trying to form some form of stability for themselves by thinking, hey, if I do it right and try to keep this together no matter what, I'm doing better than what I saw. There's other people that are drawn to characteristics in a person that very much is reminiscent of a person that was significant to them, maybe when they were younger or at some point in their life. And that is something they're clinging on to because they feel like that's their person, their false twin, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
Those are the main two. Now, you want to dissect those two main things?
Yeah, go ahead and get into it.
Oh,
As
and
soon as I
also
start, I'm not
I
gonna stop.
forgot one. Of course, materialism. Materialism also might keep someone in a relationship with someone that they're not happy with. It could be like anything from, oh, we live together, they have a house, they have a car, they
That's
have
a great
money,
series,
they
by the
have
way.
all
We live
type of
together. Watch
stuff.
that.
They have all type of stuff like that. So that's another reason.
Only a few
people-
of us are gonna get that one. Fatal says good sex, money, the people that surround the relationship. Gotcha. Scar says
That's true too.
some folks don't have the resources to go.
That's true.
Mm.
That's true.
So they stay in hell while wishing for heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Eee.
That's a fact,
Wish
Star.
I would. All right.
But
So,
there's plenty of
I'm
people
gonna-
like that.
I'm gonna give you one. That's for you, Lady Gray. Very well. Very effective. Are we ready?
Okay.
My turn. All right, I got a pretty good one here. This is another reason why people stay together. I would say it's trauma bonding, which keeps a lot of people together. Trauma bonding basically is when you may have experienced trauma with an individual and that will cause you to...
Wait, why?
What?
Excuse me, why are you laughing at me? Man? Like, can I get through?
It's sort of real slow.
I did. Did it
And
look
it's
slow?
like it's slow, like, yeah, because everybody. It's something like the clear eyes guy.
The clear eyes
Yo.
have
Clear eyes. Clear
Lady
eyes.
C,
the
guys.
teacher from the Wonder Years?
You turned around like.
Okay.
So
All right, so we're gonna do this. I'm gonna talk to the
Dry
audience.
eyes.
I'm gonna let any comments get out, so I don't want to be interrupted.
That was funny.
Wishing for heaven. All right, so we're talking about the trauma bonding thing, right? So
Continue.
this would be like somebody that probably got cheated on a bunch or whatever, or emotionally or physically abused or anything like that. So there would be like symptoms of that shit. That would be like an abuse, and here's some signs of it. I'll show you what we're talking about. Here's some signs of it. An abuse victim, what they do is they cover up or make excuses for others or an abuser's behavior. An example of that would be like, oh,
I mean,
you know
that
what?
goes hand in hand with what I was saying as far as aspects of a person they're with.
Yeah.
So trauma bonding, you're right. It's a personality thing. It's something that they both experience, those two individuals or three, whatever, experience that they share that might not be the healthiest. You're right.
Yeah. So pretty much where trauma bonding is, I'd say manifested is usually when an empath, whoever, most of you know what an empath is, right? Somebody who just
someone who's
is
empathetic.
and just towards certain people.
And if you guys don't know
And
what
then-
empathetic is, it's somebody that's able to feel. They are more sensitive to emotions and the way people,
Whether they're legitimate or
present.
not, right? Whether they're
No, an
legitimate or
empath
otherwise.
is normally good at reading genuine people or no. An empath, if you're going to use the word empath, empaths are, the whole thing about empath is they can feel everything. So if someone's lying, they know they're lying. But if you were to talk about someone like...
Who's an empath in a
who's
relationship, they would be...
If you're talking about somebody who is like narcissistic per se, I would say they can make that shit
That would
up.
be their counterpart, a narcissist.
Yeah, a
So when you put
narcissist. So an empath is somebody
empath
that feels
together.
everything. An empath is the nurturer in the bond. They're the person that feeds the ego. They stroke the ego. They're there. They feed this person's whatever they need. The narcissist is the person that dominates over the empath and keeps them in a certain place. You get what I'm saying?
So, like, let's say one of the
And-
signs would be like, all right, they make excuses for their abusive behavior. So they would be like, oh, you know what? They only cursed me out because, you know,
Yeah.
I irritated them, or
Yeah.
they would have slapped the shit out of me if
Yeah.
I didn't bother them so much.
Yeah.
Like that's
Maybe
that
I
type of
was
thing.
nagging.
Or
But
so-
you know what another term for that is, Smoove? When they make excuses for their abusive partner?
I do. But carry on.
Tell me.
No, go ahead.
Tell me.
I'm actually gonna get to my next
No,
point. So
tell
carry
me.
on.
Because you said, I did.
Go
Tell
ahead.
me. Tell me.
I forgot what you were talking about, but go ahead.
I was saying that another name for that, like somebody who makes excuses for their partner, and no, it's not that bad, da-da-da-da. It's, what you called it? It is, damn, I don't want to say it wrong, but it's basically equivalent to, I don't want to say the term wrong because it's here. It's like, it's not,
Damn, I forgot to order.
All right, so much to get through, buddy.
I'm trying to think. I'll get it when I'm not thinking about it. Keep
All
going.
right, well, I'm going to carry on.
Okay, keep
So,
going.
Here's another
Battered
thing
wife syndrome.
Battered wife syndrome.
Battered wife syndrome. Thank you. Okay.
Excellent.
Had a moment. Go ahead.
So, an abuse victim will also lie to their friends or hide abuse from their family. So they'll
Also
wear, like,
symptoms of battered wife syndrome.
turtlenecks and shit like that, or long sleeves in the fucking summertime because they got fucking
Lots of makeup, heavy makeup.
yeah, heavy makeup, shit like that. What else did they do? They would they don't feel comfortable.
Green.
They don't feel
Dry
comfortable
eye.
enough to leave the abusive situation. So that's another thing. And another thing they'll try to say it's their fault for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
They'll try to blame themselves.
And there's also phases of trauma bonding, which would be love bombing, right? So when you first meet an individual, they're like, hey, you know, whatever it is that you need.
I had an experience with someone. Well,
Love
I've had
bombing?
I've had multiple love bombing experiences, but I saw one. I think I told you about Smoove.
Go ahead.
There was this guy that I literally met at the grocery store, okay? And it was like, you know, regular people meeting at a grocery store, not like, hey, you beautiful. It was more like I forgot the dog food. Oh, you need dog food? I got dog food. Matter of fact, my dog just passed away. I could bring you dog food. Are you serious right now? Yeah, I could bring you dog food. You don't have to pay me for nothing. Like, he just passed away. What kind of food does your dog eat? I'm sitting here like, what? So I really sat there like, this motherfucker is playing. I went out to a parking lot, y'all. He had the dog food. He not had all the dog food. I'm like, wow, I appreciate you. Really didn't have to do that. That was weirdly generous. Love bombing. That was
And
weirdly
then what?
generous.
Then what happened?
And so he's over here like, yeah, I mean, we should keep in touch or whatever. And I'm like, I mean, sure, okay. You know, I keep a busy schedule. I told him I was in a situation at that time, so I, you know, wasn't looking for no relationship or not. No, it's not a problem. Later that night, this man was texting me. Now, I didn't even respond. This is just constant. Wow, you're brilliant. You're this. Tell me all this great stuff about myself. I'm brilliant. I'm beautiful. Wow. Oh my goodness. You do a radio show too? Wow. What can't you do? You like seafood?
Over, y'all.
And I'm sitting here
That's
like,
love bombing.
actually, yeah, I like seafood. You know what? I'm going to drive to New York right now and go to a seafood boil and bring it to your house.
Did
I
you-
unblocked him. I blocked him. Why would I give him my address? I just met him that day. And
Yeah,
it was
he's a
so
fucking
over the
weirdo.
top. It was so over the top. But I'm very awoke toward that. Another female would feel flattered because he drove like a
Porsche. He was doing the most. And
he drove a Porsche. He wasn't ugly. He had all his. He looked
Demi music up
good,
being
but there was something weird about that.
Demi music, you already know what to do.
There's something weird about that.
So yeah, that goes right. That kind of falls right into the second phase, which is trust and dependency, right? Things you normally will do, they will try to do for you. So they'll be like, listen, don't let them do that for you. I got you. I could go ahead and do this
like
for you.
The dog.
You don't need nobody to give you that.
I'm gonna take care of it.
I'll take care of that. Don't ask them to do that for you. I'll do it for you. Don't have them do that. I'm right here. That's what that means.
Slowly but surely turns into
that
isolation.
rolls right into it. And then there's criticism. Dan, you're not really good at that. I don't know what the fuck you think you so
But
smart,
that comes
you don't know
after
shit about
you're
shit.
missing one.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm really not.
Yes, you are.
I'm
Because
really
listen,
not.
the thing.
I'm really
No,
fucking
listen
not.
to the pattern. It doesn't go that way. Trust me, I've been in these relationships. It doesn't go that way. You're right. It does go, yo, you don't need them. You don't need that. Da da da. The next thing is isolation. They're doing all that in the muse to make it isolation. Then they criticize you. They don't criticize you before they have you isolated because you still have people in your ear saying otherwise.
Did you not hear the thing that I read right before that, which was trust and dependency? So you needing them for everything is going to isolate you from the other people because you're asking them to do everything.
And then you went to criticism.
I said that before criticism. You weren't listening.
No, I listened to you going to for example, that's you don't need
so
them.
So then the next step is after the criticism, well, we're going to stay in the criticism for a second. They start going in on you, criticizing, saying you're not really that good as what you think you are, or just demean you or say,
breaking you down.
You don't even know how to talk. Oh, you're not even nearly as smart as you think you are. You're not really good. You're lazy. All of this different type of shit. You get that.
And I said you the fuck lazy.
Huh?
I said I said I'll say it back.
Oh.
You lazy. Sure. You get your dumb ass out here.
And then you say, then there's manipulation. Right? Where you know how manipulation goes. I don't think we need to go into that too much. And then you're giving up control. So you at some point you kind of you give into it, to put it in layman's terms. You give into it and you're just like, you know what? Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna see what it is that you're gonna do for us. Let's go ahead and do it. And pretty much you lose yourself. And at that point, you become addicted to the cycle of cortisol and dopamine. Whereas you would have cortisol. Here's symptoms of cortisol, where you have weight gain, you'll have around the midsection, you'll have acne, thinning skin, easy bruising, flushed face, muscle weakness. You've experienced all those things?
I don't know. I feel a little flabby,
These are some of the signs of cortisol, right? And
I feel a little flabby, y'all. I don't know. Look at this.
Both looking like that. What the fuck? Let me find out. You are dealing with that? Look great.
I feel flabby.
Shit, I got it.
So that cortisol. So that's your stress hormone. For those of us who don't know, that's.
I'm like sitting here like that. Get fat, y'all.
But see, here's the thing. For you to. The reason why you would like that is because they'll give you a drip of dopamine as well. Now, if there's too much dopamine, the symptoms of high dopamine mean excess energy or mania, increased level of stress, insomnia, I mean, you can't fucking sleep, aggression, and high sex drive. That's actually a good byproduct, for real. But all the rest of those pretty much suck. So, now with the combination of the two, you having just a drop of dopamine, you're like, oh, well, yeah, you know what? I really fucks with them, blah, blah, blah. But that cortisol, for you to actually feel the effects of the dopamine, you need a little bit of that cortisol to get you down so you can get back up again. And you become addicted to that cycle. So it's very difficult for you to leave when you're dealing with shit like that. I don't know. It sounds like a struggle chord, but have you dealt with some shit like this before?
Yes.
Oh, yeah? Explain.
I mean, it's exactly what you said. I mean, I was in a relationship with someone, and it was like they would try to kind of kick me down and then boost me up, and then kick me down and boost me up. And it wasn't physically; it was really emotionally. Like, that energy of what is it called when they just kind of brush you off? Like, it's not discarding you when they're like. When it's like, yo, you wouldn't believe it. I just won an award. Oh, really? Good. Cool. Or not even acknowledge it. You know, what is it called? There's a word for it. I think it's called, is it brick walling or something like that? Where someone kind of brushes you off or whatever and doesn't acknowledge you. And it kind of makes you eventually start feeling very low and unheard and whatever, especially if you've been isolated and everything else.
Criticism and manipulation.
Yeah, exactly. And especially if you feel low, and then all of a sudden, flowers and let's go out and we have a great time for like a week, and then as soon as you start to ask for more, because now you're used to more, they pull back. They pull back, and now here you are going through it again. So it is a weird ebb and flow cycle. I went through that for a period of time. Didn't really last long because, well, it didn't last long. But I can speak from experience.
I just heard about trauma bonding last week.
Yeah,
that shit
dismissed.
is just tragic. Especially when women commiserate about the mean world against them. Very disempowering.
Mm-hmm.
Dismissed is the word.
Yeah, okay. I was like, I can't think of the word. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. True.
But yeah, no, that definitely happened. Now I don't know about gaining weight and losing weight. I think when under stress,
you have cortisol. When you're that stressed, you'll see gain weight around.
No, I'm the opposite. I lose weight when I'm stressed like that. Like when I'm going through breakups or toxic relationships, all my friends would know because I used to lose such crazy weight.
You know why? Because you're an eater and you probably eat.
I stopped eating.
Yeah, so that's different.
Because I'm not happy.
Most people who do the same thing would end up gaining weight. So if your eating habits don't change, your stress hormone will cause you to do that type of thing. Now, if you are an eater like you are, you're an avid eater. Right?
I am an avid eater. Yes, I am.
Today, I don't even know what to say about you today. Like,
she belongs to the streets.
I don't know where she at today.
She belongs to the streets.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So, that's that. And, I don't even know what to say about that, but
I do like eating. What?
All right, cool. So she likes to eat, food, right? And
food.
When she eats food,
when I devour food,
she stops eating. So that would absolutely
because honestly, the same hormones that get triggered when you're enjoying food. That's why dessert. That's why there's always room for a dessert. It triggers your brain's reward system. Did you know that?
No, because I rarely eat dessert. I don't eat sweets.
But that's the thing. Like, there's always how they say you always seem to have room for dessert, even though you might be full for food. You always have room for dessert.
I heard there's always room for Jell-O.
It triggers a reward, the same chemical that your brain uses, like dopamine? That reward system.
Yeah, that's dopamine.
The reward system in your brain, it triggers that. So with me eating, that's where I get my energy. And when I don't eat, I'm angry, I'm mean, and I hate the world, and I get so upset.
Got it. So, tell you what I'm gonna do real fast. We got enough votes. It looks like the Batmobile's gonna win unless somebody else has some shit to say about it as far as the punch buggy, aka Volkswagen Beetle, is concerned. I'm gonna open up the lines for some talk. If anybody has experienced anything like this, or just witnessed an experience like this, or would like to interject or add to what we have, or just join the discussion in general, that's fine. The number is up here. It is 215-666-6230. That's 215-666-6230. It's right on the screen. The only thing we ask is that when you do call, turn your YouTube volume down.
Because it will bounce into the microphone.
Yeah. So, yeah. We'll give y'all a few to call in, but I didn't realize that you experienced...
Batman! No?
Nah, you ain't got it.
No, I had, you know what? Because I did experience those things because when I was younger and more naive and did not know my self-worth and stuff based off of my upbringing and things that I've been through in my life, I tended to...
Before you go on, I got to ask you real quick. What's self-worth?
In my opinion,
did you have an epiphany one day, or was this something gradual?
It was like, it happened over time. Like, I knew the things that I wouldn't tolerate because it was one of those, well, I never dealt with this. Like, I had a partner who became physically abusive with me once, and I left. Once, and I left.
What did he do?
Which
Did
you
he
know the
yoke you
whole.
up or he punched you in the face
Yeah,
or
he
what?
punched me and stuff,
Where?
but in the face. It was
the
the
face?
first time
Goddamn, you got
It was
punched
the
in the
first
face?
time I ever had a black
it like
eye in my life.
Oh my God, you got
In
a
my
black
life,
eye?
in my life, it was terrible. And it was the first time ever in my life, and I left him after that because I've never had anyone hurt me. I've never had a black eye before. I was like, this is crazy shit. I'm leaving. But if you know cycles of abuse, a lot of people tend to keep going back. I wasn't for it. I did not. I would not, and I was done with it.
How old
but
were you
I've
when
dealt
this
with
happened to you?
like 18, 19.
Oh damn. Okay.
But at the same time, then I end up you know, getting into other relationships that are just strictly emotionally abusive, and I tolerated that shit. And I stayed with it, and emotional abuse is just as limiting and fucked up as it is physical, if not in some ways worse, because it's your own head against you. You
Okay.
think you're the problem. You know, it's not make an excuse, oh, they're lashing out at me. It happens gradually and slightly. It's a comment here, a poke there, and, you know, you're questioning your own thing. So in my opinion, emotional abuse is worse, but, you know, to each their own. So that one I tolerated way more because I experienced that in my life way more. You get what I'm
Gotcha.
saying?
Okay.
That makes sense?
So now, another reason why someone may feel like they probably should leave is like cheating. How many times would it take for you to be cheated on before you decided, fuck that
It's
shit?
done. I've never dealt with that shit, and I won't deal with that shit.
Have you been cheated on?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think so?
I know so. No.
How could you? Oh yeah, I forgot.
Like, no. I've
You
never.
did some cards on it just to
I've
make
never
sure?
experienced that. No, it's not
You've
even
never
just
been
the
cheated
cards.
on ever?
No.
In your life?
In my life, but I can't say I've had 1,000 different partners. I've had, like, you know, pretty much consistent. But the type of people I attract, the issue isn't loyalty.
Lady C.
Like,
you
if
being
the
that you're
issue
there, you're
isn't-
looking so intrigued on that. I want you to tell me, do you think that that is true or not? That she's never been cheated on in her life? What do you think? What do you think?
No, you can.
Listen, yes or no? Do you think she was cheated on in her fucking life? Yes or no?
No.
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, bullshit.
No,
I don't
it's
believe
true.
that. I
But
think
no,
you have
fuck
to have
that.
You said
It's
how many
true.
relationships you had in your life?
5.
Serious ones.
5.
Serious ones.
5.
Okay.
Out of my whole life, I had
You've
5
never been cheated
relationships.
on in your entire
I
life.
was engaged to the first 2. I broke up with the first 2.
Okay.
All right. The third one ended up being into trans. So
Whoa.
we like let that
Whoa,
go.
whoa, 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 whoa,
Yeah,
whoa,
he
wait,
ended
wait,
up
wait.
liking transsexuals. He came out
ended
the
up liking
closet
what?
to me.
He ended up liking what?
He liked trannies, transsexuals.
No, that's all wrong. It's transgender. You can't use
Transgender,
that.
transsexual.
So
I
wait a
don't know
minute,
the
wait a minute,
difference.
wait a
I'm
minute,
sorry
wait a
for
minute,
my
wait a
ignorance.
minute,
But-
wait a minute, 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 wait a minute.
Isn't
Wait a
it
minute,
transsexual though?
No,
Because
it's
they didn't give
transgender.
the thing
It's
to-
transgender.
Okay.
You can't. No, no.
Excuse
You
me
can't
that you're
affiliate
so
them with sex
excited about it.
anymore. That's old. That's old
Okay.
terms.
Boy, they gonna have to do.
Transgender. No, they did not have to deal with it.
Hey, I didn't ask you,
It's
woman.
called transgender. So wait a minute.
He even hear me.
He end up liking the men with the
Men that look like women.
Yeah. How did he introduce that to you though?
He came out of the closet one day because we were having issues, and like if you're in a relationship with me, I'm very big on communication, so I wanted to
he
talk
certainly
about it.
communicated that with that.
And
then what
it
was
didn't happen overnight.
Goodbye.
It took time until he felt comfortable with me, and we had almost like a friend level type of relationship outside of, you know, commitment. And he's like, you know what, to be honest, it's
wasn't
not
gonna drink
you,
anymore, but-
and it's never been you. My
shot to
issues,
that.
what I'm going through, it's because of this. And he showed me and explained
Well,
it
he
to
showed
me.
you some porn.
Yeah, he showed me a type of porn he
Some
likes and what
transgender
he's
porn?
into. Yes. And he showed me
Okay.
it, and he's like, I'm discussing, and da da da. I was like, no,
said he's
you like what
disgusting?
you want. Yeah, he was hard on himself about it, but typically, because he was also Muslim, so it was really bad,
Oh man.
according to that. Yeah, it
Whoa,
was
a lot of
crazy
water
bad.
like that.
It was
of
crazy
water.
like
Excuse
that.
me?
You said
It was
something. I
crazy.
couldn't hear you.
It was
Something you were
crazy.
I
waiting.
ain't
So-
say anything over here.
You said a lot of them are like that. I didn't know what
When
you
did
meant.
I say that?
Yo, he's
Anyways.
over here trying to
So
make
wait,
up game.
wait.
Make up lies.
What did you do? What did you do? Did you stay with him? Did you let him experiment with that, or how'd that go?
I let him experiment. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait.
I didn't like just.
let him get dressed up and all
No, wait,
that stuff, right?
He liked doing that too, yeah.
Wait. So was he the pack-er or the pack-e?
He didn't
Wait, no, he
know
liked transsexual.
initially. He didn't know initially.
He just knew that he liked
He just knew what turned him on during porn.
transgender. He says.
Yeah. And the thing with me is, like, when it comes down to sexuality, I'm very open, and I've always been like that
Apparently.
all my life. So in my head, like, I
She
couldn't.
belongs to the streets.
The reason I couldn't stay with him is because what I wanted was what I wanted with him wasn't what he wanted. Needed something I couldn't provide because obviously I don't have a dick.
You don't have a dick.
You
I
can
don't.
dildo and strap it on.
Nah, he didn't want it. He wanted the real
Wait,
thing.
you offered him that?
To get a dildo and strap it in?
Yeah.
Nah, he didn't like it like that. It
You
had
off-
to
did you
literally.
offer- did you
it
offer
was
that
a
to him?
visual thing. I
Did you
did. I
did?
did. It was a visual
Do
thing.
this
She belongs to the
transsexuals
streets.
have titties?
Holy
Yeah, it was like a titties but a dick.
I'm like, if you gonna go that way at the waste of my time, I'm gonna
Hold
fuck
on.
you first.
Hold on.
Now go
Hold on.
ahead.
So wait, you thought that you were going to be able to say, nah, you don't have to do the whole transgender thing. I'll go ahead and get this dildo and the strap on, John.
Well, cause
And then
we were.
I'm gonna pound
we
you
were.
instead.
But listen.
I've got tits and now I have a strap on. So you're cool. And then he said,
He like the she-man. Looks like a woman, but being
Trans-
But it's
Yeah.
actually a man.
that
Yeah.
have the
an
attachable
actual man.
parts.
Is
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
There's some
Dick is
people that are
good.
born like that.
Dick is good. Amen. Can I
She
get a
belongs
dick
to the
clap?
streets.
Dick is good.
Okay. I got you. So wait. Wait. No, fuck that. We're going over this whole conversation.
Yo, I'm gonna do a video. Just your arm dressing up
What,
and just
strapping on
swing
to
my dick
somebody?
around like this. Yay, I'm ready.
Helicopter.
Like helicopter.
Hold on. So wait, you offered to strap up the homeboy, right? And he said, "No, that's not good enough. He needs the real deal."
Yeah, because
Tits
the thing is.
tits and dicks.
But you got to think about, he came out to me, right?
But
So he, at that point, me trying to accommodate what it was, he has never had sex. He never dealt with a transsexual or transgender ever in his life. So he came out to me, so it was like, for him to whatever, it would have to accept the fact that he's fully, this is beyond porn at that point.
yeah,
So-
you're not gonna like transgender
vision-
porn unless you are into transgender.
No,
Like,
but I'm saying, can you have a visual and not done anything though?
you can have not
He
done
had
it,
a
but
visual,
that's what
he
you
still
like.
hadn't done anything.
Yeah, but so
So you feel like, in your opinion,
have
your
you been
humble
locked up
opinion,
before?
your humble opinion,
Have you been locked up before?
Not that, I think, yeah, he did.
misdemeanor or felony?
Huh?
Misdemeanor?
I don't know. That was
Okay.
early in our relationship. I don't
Gotcha.
remember at that point.
So you feel
No, he
like,
got
in
locked
your
up a
humble
few times
opinion, you
after.
feel like he was never plunged before, right? That's in your
Or he
in
plunged
your
he
opinion.
could have been, but also the other thing about that was his family, his mother, threw him into an all boy military school when he was a kid.
That's the worst thing.
When he was a kid, so his early sexual
he
encounters and
probably
things
got molested
experimenting.
by one of those
You
instructors.
think that they were experimenting with each other? Did he say that?
It's that age where you're
Did he
experimenting.
say that? He was doing that?
I
I'm
don't.
telling you,
he
bro,
never.
a lot of kids
I don't
do
care
a
what
lot
you
of
say.
things.
No,
If I
you
was
gotta-
in all boys school,
And the
I would not have
instructor can molest
experimented
you.
anything. That wouldn't have happened either. I would have died first.
But that's you. The thing is, there are some. He was
Hey,
really
hey,
young.
Trev, you was tough all your life.
I didn't say it was tough. I said I
'cause
would
he
have
was
died
like-
first. Is what I said.
So, but
No?
he was like young. We're
When you're a
talking
little
like
boy,
5,
shit
6 years
happens.
old. Yeah, that's the thing. You're 5, 6 years old.
5
and-
or 6.
Yeah,
That's
he
when he
was-
went to the first. That's when he.
Yeah,
went to
he
the-
You can't
never
trust
was-
these people.
He was
Just like
never
how-
in a mixed school with men and women or girls and boys until he was in later high school. So all his
See, y'all
early
trying
encounters,
to blame this shit on there. Fatal says he believes you.
all the
You shouldn't allow boys
all
to be
the-
with all boys and girls to be with all girls
I don't
and
believe
think
in that.
nothing is not going to happen. They're going to be
Yeah,
attracted to
Scar,
something.
Scar says he was so smooth that you never knew it.
Yeah, because I was like, if you've been to jail, I'm sorry. I always look at. I'm not saying all of them, but I'm saying
Different
being
percentage.
80%, black and you
90%.
never had a religion. Hold
Why you
up,
gotta be
you
black?
become Muslim,
Why you
and
gotta be
then you
black?
go to jail because that's the majority of everybody that. As black men that never had a religion become Muslim and then they experimenting in them jail cells.
That's not acceptable in that religion. You understand?
Like
that?
more Christians, more
But that's
Catholics,
the
all
thing.
that in jail cells. It's more them saying I'm going to religion and
Yeah,
I'm
they
doing
go to
this and this is the
religion
way.
in
They
prison.
influence you.
What?
Once they got that they quote they God in they influence you to do other stuff.
Well, he grew up. Muslim,
Don't sit
so I
here,
don't
because
know what his
do you
thing
know
was.
religion is
But
the
that is
most
the thing.
powerful thing
Listen,
in the
first
world.
That's
off,
true.
you're not-
Over money, bro.
You're not
It's
going to
true.
get me to ever.
Whatever.
But I
ever
mean, you could
say
say
that
that, but at that
any
age,
religion or any particular group is something that would influence a certain type of behavior.
All right, what if you got
You're not
raped
gonna
and
get
all
me
of a
to say
sudden
that.
you like
I'll-
it?
Say
yeah,
what?
if
What
you
if you
got
got
raped
raped
a
and you
lot,
like
then
it?
you got it. Yeah, if you
But
got
you
raped
got
a lot
raped.
over time.
You got raped.
If you got the thing,
How did you like getting raped?
No,
That's not a matter of you
I
getting
said
raped.
if you have
It's
gotten
over
raped
time.
before, and all of a sudden you just
you start becoming
like
super
when it
sexual
happened,
and whatever. Yeah,
like the feeling.
or constantly.
But you didn't
raped.
like that somebody took it
Have
from
you been raped before?
bro. No.
Have you been raped before?
No.
Okay. Well, what
Like,
I'm saying is
what-
that
like,
it's
you
a,
know,
it's a pretty
touched
traumatic
on,
But what she's
experience.
saying,
Yes.
but what she's saying,
Like,
that is very
yeah.
true, because you can't say like a little kid that doesn't know no better, they're getting touched in
Yeah, that's
areas.
what I'm
All
trying
they
to tell
understand
him.
is the sensation feels good. They don't like the fact that it's happening because it's getting forced on them. But the sensation, you're still getting
We're
your
not saying
genitalia or
It's a
genitals
high
played
percentage.
with.
We just saying
So,
some of them are.
Some of them grow up and don't want to be
Yeah,
touched, and
was
others become
molested and
overly
all-
sexual and start getting into stuff like that.
I'm not saying that's not possible, but that's
normally what
think
it
that's-
is.
I don't think that's.
We're not saying
That's normally what it
I
everybody.
don't think that's
It's a
commonplace.
percentage
That's
that
there's
been
some
molested
there's some
or
of them that
had
get
something
molested.
that done to them,
You'd have to
and
have
all
some
of a
data
sudden
to
later
support-
on in life they grew up
You
into
have to have some
it
data to support these.
to like it.
Nah, it's just pretty.
Bro,
outlandish.
please do your research.
That's like literally
Please do your
psychology.
research,
I'm
bro.
not-
It's
I'm
literally
bringing this up.
psychology
Since you
101.
doing data
I'm not bringing.
or your data.
Dater.
I'm not bringing any of that shit up. I didn't bring
See,
any
look.
of that shit up.
Okay then, please.
You brought this up and presented it as the gospel, so I'm wondering why you don't have any research to post.
Because I watch these shows.
The Catholic Church had lots of
Tell him,
violators who
please.
damaged lots of kids. Understood.
Thank you, bro.
Listen, I understand what you're saying, Smoove,
Religion is
but I'm
no.
not going to say that. Here's what I will say. This is the only way that I will say it.
And back in the day,
The
family
media
members did
has
way
brought
too much
attention
to
to
their
a lot
their family
of
kids.
Catholic priests
Bro.
and people who are in those organizations that really, it was brought to light that a lot of people were abused, but that's not the only case. There's been plenty of coaches. You got, what was it? Sandusky or whatever the fuck that
R.
was.
Kelly was
a
even
whole
touched by
bunch
his
of shit.
sister. Kevin Gates
You're
and
right.
them. These all were people
Fans
that
said
were
you're right.
with their
Fans said
family
you're
members touching on them.
Listen, all I'm saying is that
It's a fact.
you're making it seem, listen, what I'm saying is this. I understand where you're coming from as far as it being possible.
Look, Smoove,
But
they're right.
That's
Did
what Fada
anyone,
said.
any woman
Well,
try
look,
touching you
No,
when you
they're
was a
right.
child?
So he can't
Not when I was
say.
a child, no.
So he
But I've been
can't speak
sexually
from
assaulted by
experience.
plenty of females as a grown man.
Yeah, but you
But
can't
I-
speak
you know
from
what,
the
I
experience of a child's eyes. When a kid, the first experience a little kid has sexually, oftentimes is a replication of what they grow up to and be interested in. So kids, when they were sexually touched as little kids by men, a lot of them grow up
That's
liking.
bullshit. We had somebody right on our
lot
And
of
show
it's some with
We just had
visual.
somebody
Like if they
right
see
on our
certain
show
things.
that said that there were thoughts that they were molested and they believed that, but then they came out of it and they're like, nah, I'm
Yeah,
not really
but
gay.
you could come out of it as you grow
Yes,
up.
yes.
As you grow up. But initially in their head, that's what they felt they
Yeah,
wanted.
but what, were you dealing with a grown man or a child?
I was, at that time, he was like, what, 20s?
Yeah, so he was
But
already
he
his
was
own man.
in military camp until he was 16.
So you feel like his exposure to too much men just made him.
He had no
Some-
other
some
sexual.
of them do.
He had no other sexual encounters. He had no other sexual encounters.
Some of
He
them
liked the feminism of a female, the way they
time out.
look, the
This is-
breasts,
wait,
the
wait,
whatever.
wait.
He
I
liked
don't
that.
Listen.
But at the
time
same
out.
time, sexually,
I hear what
I
you're
think
saying. He said he knows females that became highly sexual or didn't want to be touched afterwards. I got that. I understand that you can become hypersexual. I know there's two ways that they can go. If you were molested, right? As far as a person, yeah, they can be hypersexual or just it was a traumatic experience and they don't want to be fucked with at all. And I think that, and I understand that part. Now, as far as the part where it will determine your sexual orientation is a different subject. That's different. I understand.
Children not learning the
where
whole sex
will
education.
change your sexual orientation. That's different.
No, but that come from
That's
also
different.
But what do you mean?
a lot of
You're
children don't
saying
have
so.
sex
What you're
education.
trying to do? You're trying to chalk it up to him.
His
being
first sexual
around men.
encounters was with a dick. Period.
That's
His
what you
first
said?
sexual encounter was with a penis. He
That's what you
didn't
said?
at his age of hormones, dealing with
How old
whatever.
was he?
Was like,
How old was
I
he?
told you he was in camp since he was 5.
So, but you didn't say the part where his first sexual encounter was with the dick.
Who was
So
he gonna be with? He wasn't around females. He got shipped
Nobody,
off to
my
an
dude.
all-boy
So you
boot
saying
camp.
that everybody that was in that boy boot camp just came out homosexual?
Not some of
because
them,
it's
not
the
all of
lighting.
them.
It's the
So
lighting.
what
Not
about
all
the other
of
guys
them.
that didn't?
He had 3 sisters. He only had females around him, sisters that all like dick, apparently.
So he was set
So
up
he
to
was
figure
what-
off the rip. You try
but
to chalk
this
it
is
up
what
to,
I'm
to
saying.
him going to
This
school.
was his
He just was
experience.
automatically homosexual off the
no,
rip.
he wasn't around
No,
his sisters
It's
the whole
a liking
time.
or something. You can't. If somebody
At a very
is
young
around
age, he
certain
got
people
shipped
or
off.
nobody showing
Bullshit.
him how
At
to
a very
react
young
to
age.
girls.
Bullshit.
How the fuck are you gonna know how to react to women or like women or whatever if you're around a bunch of boys? You're being stupid. You're acting like little boys ain't out there trying to
Who's
play
doing-
and experiment,
what?
not knowing they're doing anything sexual. They're just experimenting. They're
Yeah.
just fucking
They don't know what they're doing.
discovering
It's
their
not
parts
sex
and
education.
understanding themselves. And that's a fact. What the fuck? My first kiss was with a girl. What the fuck? Because I was 5 or 6, we were in the bathroom and we were just experimenting. We started touching each other, we kissed each other. That was a thing. It
But
wasn't
you like,
because
but you like men though now, right?
I'm bi. My first kiss was
You are-
still
and
with a
she-
girl.
So
and
why
he
don't- so
act
why
like he
is it
don't
that
know
you like men at all?
bisexual, like-
Yeah, he's acting
I
like
know,
I'm not
but
bi.
no,
He
but
act like he don't know I'm
I
bi.
didn't-
I just got done telling him that I had girlfriends. He's stupid. But what I'm saying was that was my first encounter, and I was in an all-girl school.
It doesn't matter.
It was an all-girl school. So my first thing when we were sitting
So
here
it's okay
discovering
for-
parts and whatever, that
So
was
how
what
did
it
you
was.
how did you develop an attraction to men then?
When I was like 17 or 18, I got my first boyfriend. Like we were friends.
Yeah, but
We
you
started
weren't around them.
talking
You
and
didn't know how
whatever.
to interact with them.
And that was her
And I
experience.
didn't, and
didn't
that
the
was
boy get with
also-
her? Didn't the boy get with her?
That's
And
true.
then he ended
Until
up
he
leaving.
realized, but he still went with a girl
Stop
too.
screaming. It's too
But
loud.
it's true. It was his
Way too
first. That's true.
Well, pay attention, cause you know
It's
opening
true.
your
He
big ass
felt
ears.
he felt comfortable enough to come out to me about it, and that was what it was. And we just couldn't make it work because I knew eventually cheating may be a potential thing that
trying to make it
happened.
one
Of course it
side.
was.
You can't
He
make
was
it
gay
one
already.
side.
Is what I'm trying to tell you. He was already gay off
You're
the
not
rip.
trying to tell me that
He
because
was
you're
gay
asking
off
all
the
these
rip.
questions.
No,
He
he
was
was gay.
bisexual.
A transsexual to
He was
me
gay.
is bisexual.
He's bisexual.
Because if
He
you
gay.
want a woman
He's
and a man
bisexual.
together, that's bisexual.
Yes,
He didn't want a woman. He was trying to get a woman because he thought that's what it was supposed to be. But in
No, but
in
if you
reality,
want
he
your
was
woman,
gay.
if you want your man to look like a woman, that's
Yeah,
bisexual.
it's bisexual. It's
No,
bisexual enough.
that's gay.
You can't say that's gay.
To me,
Bisexual.
it
That's
is.
gay.
Bisexual can't
He wanted
just
to have a
apply
dick.
to. Yeah,
That's
but
gay.
that's the thing. But he did not like women
Hey,
either.
hey, Trey,
That's
what you
homosexual.
think? Okay, say like a dyke John come to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's the other way around.
That
and
is-
she want to
that-
look like a
Can
man,
we
but
use-
she got
can
a
we-
pussy
can
though.
Can we use another word? Because that's derogatory.
So is
I don't
calling
care.
men that are bi gay.
No.
Yes, it is, because not every man that identifies as bi looks at themselves as
I
gay.
didn't say that all bisexuals are gay. I said your dude was gay.
Men
No,
like
but
to
he
fuck
wasn't.
everything.
But he wasn't gay. He liked. He was like into.
He was
He
gay.
liked both.
You just didn't get
He
it.
liked
Like,
both.
No, he
He likes
bisexual.
no,
But I
he
think
was
wherever
gay.
he
She
was,
just didn't- she just
my
didn't know
point
it.
is, wherever
Like,
he
like,
was, he
Scar
was.
said, she's just too stupid. Like she just didn't get it.
No, Scar didn't say that. He said
He
that
did.
in reference to what Fatal was saying. You were like, it's Smoove, Smoove.
No.
That was in
That's not what
reference
you
to
said.
that. Yes, it was. Because you read that
think you
late
got it
along with
wrong.
when Fatal said, I think she is telling the truth or she's not lying in reference to
So
if
you
I've
don't think
ever
that
been
the dude
cheated
that you were
on.
with is gay?
I don't think so. At that time, I don't think so. I definitely think he is now.
Okay, so what the fuck we talking about?
But at that time,
No,
I
but
don't
it
think
is
so.
considered gay.
At that
Bisexual
time-
is still gay too.
He was.
No, he was a homosexual.
It
No.
don't matter.
It
It's
doesn't.
all gay.
It's not good or bad.
But if he
It's
still
just
slept with a
what
woman,
he-
he's
what his
still
identity was.
bisexual. No.
He only
You
did
don't
that
get an
to save
identity.
face.
Well, if you
He
slept
only
with
did it to
both,
save
you're
face.
bisexual.
He
Don't
had to
matter.
come to her and tell her like, yo, for real, for real, for real, for real.
You know how many
He like dick. Like,
what
this
do
is
you
so
call it?
ridiculous.
Dyke Jones, Butch ones, or what do y'all want me to say?
You call him a femme.
A film?
That's
Yeah.
not
Right.
femme. That's a masculine.
You can call him
She's
a
not
femme.
femme. That's
No,
not
because
femme.
I
Well,
know
first off, you
mines
can say
that
that
look
shit, but,
they look like men,
you know what?
but they had children. They had like 3 children.
Who you talking
Like-
about? Who you talking about? You talking about a masculine one?
Yes, I
Oh
know.
no, that would be
What do you call them at the? But they had children already. They had a lot of dick.
you would call him a stud.
They had a lot of dick though.
Doesn't matter.
So that's bisexual
Well,
though.
see, there's a whole thing. Have any of y'all heard of a stem before?
What the hell is it?
You know what a stem is?
They
Yeah.
got too many
What's the-
names.
what's the stem?
No, y'all gotta pick one and
A
stick with it.
stem is like a freaking feminine female that's into masculine the stuff sexually.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. And
Or vice versa. Or vice versa.
Or
Or
vice
vice versa. Right?
So what I'm
But-
trying to tell you is you don't know what the fuck you're talking
Where's
about.
the
If you haven't
comments?
even heard about
But
it.
my point is,
No,
this
because
has
I call
nothing
you a
to do
dyke.
with
That's
What I'm
what
nothing.
trying to tell you.
is.
But
No,
this
you
has
can't
nothing
call
to do
anybody
with
that. That's
nothing.
derogatory. You
My
can't do
point
that.
is,
Bro,
my point
Yes,
is,
you can't do that.
I said all of this though to say this. Let's get back on topic. I said all of this. I gave my experience and my story about that to
But you
say,
calling people gay though.
yeah.
Gay's not
How
offensive.
can you use
Gay
it?
is offensive
No, it
to some
isn't.
people. If you said to
Or,
someone,
if you
a
say
man that's bi,
faggot, right? That's a different
Whoa!
one.
Excuse me. What are you doing?
because
All
you're
this is
saying that
unacceptable.
if you're saying a man that's bisexual is gay,
No, I said no.
some of them will take it as
No,
being
no,
they will take it a certain type of way.
I didn't know. I said that dude that you were speaking to was not bisexual. He was gay. That's all I,
I don't
said.
think he was
I didn't
gay,
say
dude,
anything
because he
about it.
definitely had girlfriends after me.
He was gay.
He was bisexual.
He was-
Why he can't be bisexual?
He was
And
gay.
if he
She just said no.
no, if he why he can't be bisexual? But a woman could be bisexual. That don't make no sense.
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. It's
I didn't say
derogatory.
that there's no such thing as
No,
bisexual.
but you keep saying
I
it's
said
just
he
straight
wasn't
gay.
bisexual.
But no, he was.
But
you
he
said
had
girlfriends
girlfriends
after
after.
her.
Bullshit.
If he
He did.
sleep with
He
men
had
and
girlfriends
women,
with-
he's
he's-
bisexual.
yeah,
The lie
he's
detector test determined that was a lie.
Men can be bisexual.
Men could be bi.
Yes, they can.
Do you agree, guys and
They
girls?
can.
Who all on the line?
And
Where's
that's not
Scar
what I'm
at?
saying. That's
Where's
not what I'm
Scar
saying.
at?
That's not
Scar,
what I'm
That's
we
saying.
my
need
lady right
answers.
there. Fatal
That's
not my
not,
best
that's
friend
not,
no
that's
more.
not what I'm saying. See, you're fucking the game up. I am absolutely not, by any means, saying that a man can't be
But
bisexual.
what I'm
I
saying
You
said
just
is,
say
who that
he
she
just-
was dealing with, from the context that she gave us.
but I
was not
said
bisexual,
after the fact
but
he
gay.
had,
And she
he
said
wasn't
it just a few
gay.
moments ago. Y'all can rewind it about 13 minutes.
He
and
wasn't
she said,
gay.
No, he was. I definitely know
But
now
when
he's
you-
gay.
but look,
Did she
I
not
definitely
know?
know now he's gay because
Oh,
after
okay.
he,
But hold
on,
like
but
he
you
went
just-
through, he dated several women after me. He had a whole thing. Now, currently, he's with
He
a
was
man.
learning that to
He's
all
in
the
a
women I
boy-boy
got.
relationship.
Okay, is this not what the fuck?
So
that
now
I
he would be
was saying
considered gay, but
at
no,
all?
he's gay now because he's in an actual relationship with a man, but he
You know
likes
what's crazy?
both.
This is what I was
Actually, it
saying the
doesn't
whole
change
time.
his whole preference.
How old was
He's a
he?
man right
When I was
now.
with him, he was like 20. He was 22,
He's a
23.
man
He
now.
was in
He's
his
gay.
20s.
And it is what it is. That's fine, but he is what he is.
No, I'm just saying that's the age where
Yeah,
where
he's a
majority of them are bisexual.
Yeah, he was bi as fuck. But yeah, no, I was
But now
saying
he's
all
gay.
this
Them
to
2000
That's not
babies, them 2000 babies, they let it all out.
That
Like,
shit's
they don't
crazy.
care.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
But no, like,
yeah, they don't care. If you born
he's
in the
like-
2000s,
It's whatever.
That's
Huh?
when you
different.
born in the
That's
80s and
different.
80s and the 90s, you like, all right, I'ma just sneak this, but I'ma go around it. Now that they letting out, I'ma do it.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah, whatever.
It
That's-
wasn't
that's-
80s and
accepted.
90s got wives and kids and be like, yo, let me hit, can I get over there? They be, they be hollering until they don't get the one who's too girly because they snitch. Oh, don't let me tell your bitch. They'll do that.
Yeah, I can have all that shit. I'm not.
See,
I'm
look,
not-
No, that's
it's
why they
Scar
do
said-
it a masculine gay.
Scar said dude was emotionally gay, but practicing bisexual. That
Whoa! There
That
you
makes
go.
sense.
Yes,
that
sir.
makes sense because he had that
Just
whole
for the
talk with
context,
me like you. Yep.
I think that's something
was-
that
that
we
was
can
100.
all
that's
agree
why-
on.
That's why we love you, Scar. This is why we love
We
Scar.
brought it all together.
Scar's on point.
We brought it all together.
That's
He
why I
made
say scar.
you-
Like,
But anyway, back to the topic though. Back to the topic because we got way off topic with this.
Yeah.
I was talking about it to say basically because you asked me, have you ever dealt with that or whatever the frick? And then you were asking me something else.
I don't
and
talk
then
like
so
that.
you-
But
yes,
carry
you
on.
yes,
Oh,
you
you
do. Dry eyes.
dry eyes. I could not laugh. I was trying not to,
Keep
yo.
going, yo. Keep going.
Carry on, carry on.
But no, like, but this is trauma bonds, okay? Like what you were saying, trauma bonds. So I tend to get with people that have a hard time expressing themselves to other people, what they truly want, what they truly like, whatever, because I'm a completely non-judgmental human. Like, I'll sit here and I'll be like, well, we're in a relationship, so if this is what you like, I guess I'm gonna have to figure out how we're gonna make it work, and we can't make it work, it ain't gonna work. But I never judge them, I'm just 100% with them, that's just what it is. But when it comes down to trauma bonds, part of my lack at that time, because it's not this now, but when I was younger, part of my open acceptance to humans and how they are and their weirdness and their oddness was a want for that acceptance in myself. Because when I was younger, like my guardian would down everything I did. I felt like I was ostracized for everything. I'm not even talking weird stuff. I'm talking normal kid stuff, like, you know what I mean? So I never felt fully accepted when I was younger. Went through a lot of weird stuff when I was a kid. As I got older, I felt comfort in accepting people that also felt not accepted. It was almost fulfilling some type of self thing that I had going, you know, within myself at that time. Because I felt like my family didn't accept me, but I'll create my own family and I'm gonna accept these people and whatever. So it was like that.
Misfits.
Yeah, the misfits. And that was a thing, and that's who I thrived with, and those are still the people I still love and appreciate as of today, like those that just the weirdos of the world, you know? But it's a trauma bond because a lot of the misfits and stuff weren't also accepted or felt accepted by their family. Think about it, he was Muslim. He was Muslim. If he came out to his family saying whatever, God knows what would have happened to him at that time. You know what I mean? So he would be at my house and we're kicking it and I accept him for who he is. He could do whatever the hell he wants. I'm not going to judge you. Nobody needs to know about it. This is what it is. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that was a trauma bond though, but I didn't know at the time. I thought I just had a big heart and was being a good person. You know what I mean? But it was actually trauma bonds. And so I had a hard time when it was time to let that go. It was hard for me to let it go because I felt like I built this person up. And, like, we're supposed to, like, you know, us against the world type of energy, you know what I mean? And that just wasn't it. It wasn't it. So, you know, over time, I gradually was like, well, what's the lack? And it took some time with me being alone by myself and dealing with myself to actually realize my own worth and whatever, and thus, you know, who I am today was born. But it took a couple fuck-ups. It took a couple fucked up relationships, took a couple people taking advantage of me, using me. It took some naive ass moments on my part. It took a lot of extra unnecessary traumatizing events in order for me to realize I was just accepting this and doing it to myself. You know what I'm saying?
Whew.
And that was that. So, and I feel like that's why I'm so big. And I tell my clients and people I go to, I'll be like, trust me, I'm not speaking from a book. I'm speaking from experience. It's going to be hard as fuck letting this person go. It's going to be hard as fuck. And you're not going to get it right away. You might let them go back. And you might do that 10 times before you're done. But the point is you try to do it. You put forth the effort. You move forward. You keep trying and keep trying and keep trying until you get going. And then that's that. Trauma bonds. And childhood trauma. And
You ever had a trauma bond?
No. See,
Trevor
yeah.
never got nothing going on
No,
with
I
him.
have. There's definitely
Trevor's
some shit
never
with me.
got blase.
There is-
Trevor's like, have you had a trauma bond? No. Have you ever had this
No.
experience? No. Have I ever done this? No.
Can
How
I
much
have that? Can I have that? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
No, see the whole thing about it.
He don't open up about nothing.
No, it's not that
You
I
are
don't
in
open up
denial,
about
sir.
anything. I'm not.
You're in
not
denial, sir.
I just haven't dealt with the trauma bond. There's nobody.
How How do you deal with problems?
I don't talk.
Do you have any problems?
Can I go?
I don't talk about it.
Okay.
You don't want me to go or not? Okay. Here's how you deal with problems. Here's how you deal with problems, right? Oh, y'all don't really want to hear it. Y'all just want to troll right now. That's fine. Y'all wanna just
I
troll.
want to know
That's
how
fine.
you deal with problems,
Do
Trevor.
you? Listen, this is how you deal with problems. One, you control what you can control. That's what you take care of. Everything else that you cannot control, you put to the back burner. Just put it in the back of your mind. Forget about it. Carry on. Move on to the next move. I'll never suffer from mental fatigue or any of that shit. Anything that tries to come up, that's an issue. If I can fix it, I jump on that shit. I don't sleep. I sleep 3 hours a night. I make sure I take care of everything that I'm supposed to. I do my responsibilities.
Get
It's
some
about-
sleep.
No, I'm fine.
That's
I
called
sleep- I
toxic
sleep better.
perfectionism, sir.
You can
And
call
you
it
could
what you
call
want.
it.
Okay.
Yes,
and
that's
what
a
are,
thing.
what are the drawbacks of it then? Let's do
I'm
it.
about to tell you
Let's
this.
do it,
That's
because
literally
we
the
will-
definition of.
Everybody needs you, so you need to really take care of yourself if you're doing all these things.
This is true, and I had a friend that died of lack of sleep at work.
Yeah, that's fine.
I told you about that.
I check on my vitals. You know what my blood pressure is? What you think? What you think?
It's not about your
Mine's
blood
was
pressure. It's
fine.
about your
You know-
brain
you know my
function.
cholesterol. My
It's
brain
not
function's
about your.
fine.
It's not about
Everything
your
is
cholesterol.
fine.
But how
Everything
do
is
you know
fine.
when's the last time you got your brain checked on? When's the last time you got a CAT scan? Because normally people don't do those unless something happens.
Nothing happens. I'm fine.
Well, you don't
I
know
drink
that.
a
You
lot
don't
of
know how
water.
much in your brain.
I drink a lot of water. I drink. See, and that's what women do
I like the
sometimes.
sound.
They'll put toxic in front
All
of
right,
any
toxic.
particular word,
Okay, here's
and then
toxic
try to make
perfection.
it
Here's
seem like it's
toxic
negative.
Sounds great,
perfectionism.
don't it?
To a
Toxic
woman, of course it will. You put
perfectionism.
negative- you can put
Okay, toxic
in front of
perfectionism
any word.
is
It's not perfectionism. It's not. I'm not trying to be perfect.
those
I'm trying to
in
be
a script
efficient.
they
I'm trying
desire
to be-
the
Consistent.
symptoms
Yes.
symptoms of toxic
Let's do
perfectionism.
it.
They are most focused on avoiding failure, resulting in negative orientation, such as fatigue, lack of sleep, and headaches.
I don't have any headaches.
But you
I don't
just
have
said
any
you got
fatigue.
3 hours of sleep
I
every
said
night.
lack of sleep.
And it's because, hold on, I'm going to continue reading about this toxic
Get some
perfectionism.
Get some sleep. Get
But
some
no,
sleep.
toxic perfectionism, the whole concept of it is trying to make sure everything is done perfectly or even close to perfect. Like,
They sign
this
is
person is
always
good.
like that.
This
Virgos.
Virgo, that's why I hate my Virgo rising, because I could get like that, but I don't jump on
There's a
myself.
lot of Virgos out there that they don't
They
get it
have to
right,
be- They go crazy, yeah.
No, I don't go crazy. Under no circumstances will I go crazy.
Okay.
And that's you got to understand. There's and everything in life there's balance.
No one's
You
work
have to
is
know
good
yourself.
enough.
Know your body.
No one's
Yeah,
work
that's
is
true.
good enough.
No, I
Mis-
don't do that to people. I let people do what they do.
Pointing out errors is a sport.
Yeah.
You feel like I point out errors? As
Yes.
Bullshit.
Yeah, you said
You
that.
never
last time.
admit mistakes.
Say what?
Never admit mistakes.
No, there's plenty of mistakes I
Weakness
made
is
in
something
life that I
other
admit to.
people have. Tell me you don't do this on the show.
What?
Weakness is something other people have. Trev, have you ever had? No. Have you ever? No. Can you name an example? No.
You
It's
experienced
real.
depression before?
Yeah, sure did.
Anxiety?
Yeah, I did.
Suicide?
No, I haven't.
What's
suicide.
You always fall short of your
toxic
expectations.
relationships?
Yeah.
You always fall short of your
And
expectations.
these are human behaviors. Listen, first off,
Avoiding
You ever get-
mistakes describes your attitude, which you just said.
why wouldn't you avoid mistakes? You want to
I
make
will agree with
Some-
that.
you
wanna
Avoid
run in-
mistakes.
No,
Would
you
you
want to
wanna run
avoid
into mistakes?
mistakes, but it shouldn't be your attitude. Like avoid. We consciously as people try to avoid mistakes, but your
Yeah, no
attitude
shit.
is.
So what do
but
you
your
mean?
attitude, meaning how you just said, like, yo, my thing is, if there's something that I think I could fix, I'm gonna fix it right here, right now, and do da 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 da, and I do
kinda-
everything.
What's wrong with that?
No, I think that one
It's a
is so
sign of
good
perfect
because if you
toxic
don't fix it
perfection.
now, don't
Yeah.
think that shit gonna still be there. Or
That's
unless
true.
you gonna walk away completely from whatever this
It's not
fixing
about
thing is.
progress. The only thing that matters is results. Doesn't he say that?
Yeah, results.
Results.
He does say that.
What else matters?
I
than
specialize in results.
Everything
I'm not
has
saying
to
it's
be
not
done
okay.
your way. I'm just.
Oh no, I'm like that.
Unless you know a better way. Unless you
Or
know
go
a better way.
away.
If you know a better way, then
Cause you
do it.
in my motherfucking way.
If you know a better way, I'm all for this.
But
shit.
no, toxic perfectionism is a thing.
Hold on, we got a couple comments here.
When you're not like taking
I lost a
care of yourself.
girlfriend to a trauma bonding dude. Oh shit.
Ooh.
I was a teenager and couldn't understand why she chose this pathetic dude over me.
Pathetic.
Yo, that's
Pathetic.
the harshest word ever.
Yeah,
Pathetic.
Damn, I ain't used
I
that
don't
word.
Damn.
I don't know. When I get
You
mad,
pathetic
Hold on.
piece
You know
of
what?
shit.
Hold on. Later,
You
she
know what?
explained the relationship, which I now understand to be trauma bonding. And he just learned about trauma bonding last week.
I just learned today.
You learned today. We teach. That's what we're here for. We teach. You know what I'm saying? I've been digging into this mental health shit for quite a while now. So yeah, I'm familiar
That's
with
gonna be on my toxic.
a lot of these terms and different things, and I understand what a trauma
Points.
bond is.
It's gonna be
And
on my
I'm
toxic.
fortunate enough to not have experienced it. Hold on, I'm fortunate enough to not have experienced it, but this shit is a real thing. You know
It
what I'm
is
saying?
a real
And I
thing.
understand. And listen,
I've
no
had
matter
trauma
what.
bonds.
And listen, here's the thing. What y'all gotta understand about me is this: if you don't experience a lot of these things and you know how to manage and deal with these things, I don't dunk on people for not being able to do this. What I'm doing right here, right now, is to offer my guidance, my knowledge, right, to inspire you to be able to deal with these things properly.
To be
and that's the
honest-
whole thing. This is why we bring awareness to it. This is why we talk about relationships, so you can recognize it and now cope and deal with these situations. We talk about relationships and mental health. This is what we
is
do.
true.
So if I deal with it
does
better
this.
than someone, who better than to tell you how to deal with something, because I understand how to manage it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how
And
to manage
that's
shit.
this is the
I
whole
guess.
purpose of it. If I
guess.
see a strength in myself, it's not to dunk on people, it's to make so other people recognize it and to bring awareness to it, so everybody could learn how to deal with their situations in a more productive
I feel like
way. That's the whole purpose.
relationship wise, I don't have trauma bond relationships as far as intimacy and love.
Okay.
Okay, I don't do those for that anymore. That and I'm a Capricorn, and our love lives really suck all the time.
Capricorn suck.
Our love lives are
off.
terrible because we work too damn much. But I realize where I still, as of today, experience trauma bonds. You know where that is?
Where?
In my friendships. Not in the sense of I have bad friends. My friends are dope. I have great friends. But I realize every one of my closest friends either has some type of issue with their mom where they're not on good terms with them, either doesn't have their mother at all, like their mom passed at a young age or just in general, or there's something with their mother not being part of the picture. And I have issues with my mother as well, and that is a trauma bond in itself. We bond off of that. We're still like, you know, and the same thing. There's certain things that they never could get from their mother because their mother may have
Ruined your life.
prematurely left
Last
their life.
damn thing I'm gonna do is come back.
There's
My
some
bad, I
people,
can't stand.
yeah, there's some people that they have issues with their mom, so they never got validation from them because they constantly argued. They could never see eye to eye. So there also was always a void when it came down to the feminine aspect of their relationships. So a lot of them end up, you know, our friendships are based kind of around that because we're all nurturing ass people because like we're super moms, like, and if they're not like female and they're male, they're super nurturing, like they take care of their
I got time, cuz.
So that's what it is. That's my trauma bond. I still traumatilly bond over today.
Wow.
Yeah, me and my dad are dope. Me and my dad are
It's not your
dope.
mom.
Yeah, me and my mom, we have.
know what I noticed
But
a lot
it's
of
not
times?
because my mom's a fucked up person or anything. She suffers from mental health issues. You know what I mean? Sometimes we're 100% and great, and then other times she's snapping. You know what I mean? And it just is
the
what
drop
it
of a
is.
hat, huh? At the
Yeah,
drop of a hat.
and so the way that kind of made me is where other people be like, wow, you let that person talk to you like that? That was fucked up. I'd be like, oh, was it? I thought they were just being sarcastic. I don't perceive fucked upness as fucked up. I could feel it if it was ill intended.
Yeah.
But like it's one of those things, it gave me kind of a more solid skin because I'm always ready to go. Like at the drop of a hat. Like if something is about to go left, best believe I am ready for this shit to go left because and on top of that I was a military baby, so moving and moving and moving and moving. I never
Yeah, that's the worst.
I never
that's why
really
you ended up on the West Coast and goofy shit.
I
like that,
never
huh?
I never ended up, you know, getting fully attached to anything or anyone, and that's a issue. I guess romantically it becomes an issue because I'll start dating, talking to someone, liking them,
And they could be snatched
and then
away.
I could be like, oh, I don't know if I can handle this, so I'd be like, no. So it takes a strong type of person to be in a relationship with me, and I did find that at some point, but it was crazy. But
Oh,
Trauma
damn,
bonds
yeah,
are
bitch,
friends.
you're
I
right.
know. I know you
Trauma
guys are
bonds
so
are
interested in something. So listen, there's not a whole perfection thing here. I can tell you one of the most.
You're still on that?
Hold on, no, yeah, no, this is.
Oh, when you talking about him, it's
Oh
over.
boy. Oh
No, no.
boy.
Perfectionist the one
Oh,
getting you back.
perfection.
It's not about getting you
Oh,
back.
perfectionist.
Never mind,
He's
never mind
still
then.
talking
Fuck it.
about this
I wasn't
toxic
even talking about
perfectionism.
that. It's not about.
That's
I wasn't
the
even
first
talking
thing you
about
came
that.
out of your mouth,
That's not
Smoove.
it. That's not
That was
even
the
it.
first thing. Was that not the first thing that just came out his mouth?
No, pause. No.
Alright, but go ahead. I want to hear it.
Hold on.
Because a
Hold on.
lot of the guys probably
I
want
want
to
to
hear
say something
CNN
because y'all don't
stuff like
understand
that.
something. There's a lot. There's a whole path that I went through to even become what it is that I am today, right? Which is not very much, but either way. But when I was like very young, I was pretty loquacious and sociable, no? But here's what happened, and I didn't even realize it. This came in like retrospect. I didn't realize it at the time. It took me decades later to even realize what it was that brought me upon that path. There was like an instance, right, where I was talking. I used to talk. I was pretty, I was a social butterfly at the time. This was like kindergarten, right? I had a teacher. I won't mention her name because she died. So, yeah, this is my kindergarten teacher though. And but anybody who knows what school I went to knows who she was because she was like the kindergarten teacher.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, she told my mother on me, right, that I was talking too fucking much in the class. So my mother, old school and Caribbean, was not with none of that shit. If you get a bad report, you will be punished. Now, this was on site. It wasn't a situation where it was like at home. This happened on site. So I was in school, I was in class in front of everyone, and my mom slapped the shit out of me in front of everyone. So what happened was a couple things. Yeah, naturally, I had the fear of God in me to never talk in class again, right? And what that did was it made me not talk to people for a very long time. Long enough for me to not be able to be social with people at a young age. So with that shit, just imagine, I didn't even know how to talk to people because of course I'd be socially awkward if you just step out of the social circle, don't interact with anybody. Other people are developing together and I'm just not, and I just don't talk. So it would be like a couple close fellow weirdo friends that I would talk to, and of course if I was at home or whatever it was fine, but in school I did not know how to interact with people for years. It took almost a decade before I realized it was actually a light came on at one time. I went to this particular program and then the dude was like, and I recognized it, and I recognized that I was socially awkward at the time, but didn't understand anything about it.
Right.
Or none of that shit. So a dude one day, he was like, and this dude was what you would call a Mac. Funny guy. Fucking light-skinned dude, burly dude, played basketball and football, and thought he could bag any bitch, but his personality was so abrasive that I got more bitches than he did. And he was like, yo, man, why you so quiet? And that was like the one time in my life that I can remember having an epiphany. I don't do that because that's really a feminine thing, to be honest. Epiphanies, men usually plan shit or whatever. But right then and there, I realized that I didn't have to be because I was in a new environment and shit like that. And I was like, nah, I'm not quiet. I just was daydreaming. And that's what I did. You know what though? But I will tell you the good part about it. Me daydreaming learned how to not have any dependence on people. I don't need people for nothing. I can cut people off immediately, and my imagination grew like a motherfucker because I knew how to entertain myself, and it in turn.
Yeah, they always said self-love and all that stuff.
Yes, it's important. And learning
everything by yourself, restaurants, everything.
I've learned how.
I've
learned how to not.
I do that.
Not have.
I was about to go to Red Lobster before the show today and take myself out to eat because I don't need nobody to do it for me.
It gave me.
That sounded good, right?
Biscuits.
Oh my God.
Them fucking biscuits.
My bad, try.
Sorry, Smoove.
Hold on, guys.
Combo
It gave me a great
breaker.
sense of independence, and it absolutely developed my imagination. That's why I could write the things that I do right now.
Yeah.
I could literally write Star Wars. No shit, but we're not gonna get into any of that shit.
And that's why
We're
you
not
said
even
that.
getting into that shit.
Listen,
Well-
it was funny because I was gonna say to you, I was gonna ask you when you were done speaking, do you believe your creative talent, a lot of that comes from the fact of the things that
My isolation and imagination, absolutely, because I also have a great ability to go away. Anything could be going on around me, and I can go away. Anything that, like, all types of fuckery can be happening around me, and it don't affect me at all because I can literally go away. I can go into another planet. I could be on Mars right now, and y'all motherfuckers won't even know. I would just be away. You won't even know that I'm here. I'm away. I know how to do a lot of things by myself because of that. So, and it also gave me
a lot of people that
sense
go
of
through
independence.
certain stuff like that as children, like same thing with me and my mother. When I was a kid, I couldn't really talk. There wasn't that. But they say that the types of people, when they go through something, they isolate themselves to figure it out, are the same ones that when, as a child, they had to figure shit out by themselves, and they didn't want to, like, they could have had a parent that wasn't as approachable as a child.
Yeah, so
It might not have been true,
and
just
this
how
is-
they
this
felt.
is no knock on my parents because at the end of the day, their idea was it was for the greater good, and I can't complain because when I compare myself to a lot of my peers, in my personal opinion, I am doing pretty well, relatively, right? So we'll just leave it at that. So I can't say that the final product is anyway negative. So and they had their own way of discipline. It wasn't necessarily relevant for Western culture, but it is what it is. They did the absolute best that they could, and I wouldn't trade it, right? So we'll leave that at that. But what I'm saying is that with all of that shit, me having those experiences is about what you do with those experiences. So at that point, like I said, that whole epiphany,
See,
shit,
do
the
you
one
got a
epiphany,
charger?
a charger for
Type C.
Type C. The one time I could say I had an epiphany was then, and this was actually, and you know what was crazy? Right before that, I had actually dealt with a couple females, and I was rejected hard body too, like heartbreaking type shit, and this actually turned me red pill at the same time. That was when I was 15 years old. That was my red pill moment where I got done dirty by one bitch and then another bitch, and I'm not even gonna name their names. They definitely won't get that, but they know who the fuck they are.
If they're watching.
Maybe, probably are. They'll see it. Anyways,
You still talk to them?
one of them not at all, and the other one
Here.
not really. I don't know. I don't even communicate like that. It's not even one of them things.
I don't
First
play
off,
that shit. You
I'll
ain't
be
allowed
checking-
to talk
I'll
to
be- I'll be
your
checking that
ex.
back shit. First off, that don't happen on this side. I do what I want. Anyways, that was my red pill moment where I decided, and before the whole red pill movement, before this whole thing started happening, I realized,
I
you know
don't
what?
understand what the fuck that means. I
What
hope
red
you
pill
know.
is just
Nope.
the Matrix. I did a whole video.
I
on it.
know
You don't
it's
wanna-
the Matrix, but
No,
which
but it-
one is the red pill?
The
Is
red
that
pill
the
is the person
reality?
who realizes.
Or is that the real thing?
No.
Like, it's the
Blue-
Matrix,
listen, can
the
I
red
finish?
pill? Okay,
The
I'm
blue
sorry.
pill is where you're going to go ahead and live in the fantasy and sugar and spice and things that's nicest for women are, and then the red pill is what reality is.
Oh, so I'm
And
hard
realizing-
body, red pill, red
realizing,
fucking pill.
realizing women for what they really are and understanding a woman's nature, right? And knowing that it's not nearly as sweet as you imagined it to be, right? And furthermore, it was horrible because my mother's
How you feel
example,
about
my
that?
sister's
You feel
example,
about
the woman that I was exposed to was completely different. Natural hair. So when I got out here and then started meeting all these females with not natural hair, I'm like, what the fuck is this type shit? Listen, when you're talking about chastity, that was what I understood. That's what I understand. That's what I understand women to be. Chastity is not a thing in real life. That's just what I've experienced in my home. You know what I'm saying? Certain things that I
I
just
experienced both.
etiquette, everything. I did not experience both. Well, for my home, I only saw one way. So for me to expect that and then see women as that, growing up and thinking that this is what women are, and to be taught
Not
how
even
we are
your-
taught to
not even
sugar
your
and
girlfriends
spice.
have faith
Listen,
here?
we literally had to say these stupid ass nursery rhymes, sugar and spice and things that's nice, and thinking that you're supposed to do certain things for a woman and all of this shit, and then you realize that you can't behave like that with women, and you start recognizing them as bitches instead. You're like, hold up, it's different. And I'm not saying that's how I interpret it as it is right now, but this was a phase. Listen, did you understand what I said? I said there was a red pill phase. I'm no longer red pill. I am happily married to a black woman, so we're not gonna do that. You can't do that to me because I'm a success story. I got 15 years of marriage in, so we can't even touch that. Anyways, so we can't do that to me. But what I'm saying is,
We're gonna do that to you.
you can't. But you can't.
We're doing that.
You
to
can't.
I don't give a fuck. We're doing
Either way, that was a whole phase that I went through, and I've done some damage. The things that I have done in that period are shit that 99% of people won't even experience.
Used to, and then you was telling us about the boy not being used to certain things. And
What?
Yo, you brought it back.
No, I understand that shit.
Yo,
I'm glad
you
you
brought
put that
it
together.
back.
But guess what?
Now you get it?
And do you get this? My sexual orientation never changed. Do you get that part?
because you had older brothers
Because
to
you
say,
also
you bring
went
that
around
back?
women.
No, it had nothing to do with it. It had nothing to do with that.
My older
Nothing to
brother
do with
with
that.
this Jimmy Jam.
Nothing to do with that. Shout to the older brothers because they definitely were a positive
I
influence
told you.
as far as that's concerned.
Yeah.
But no, they had nothing to do with my sexual orientation.
You are their son.
Okay, we're gonna
You
go.
start.
Hold on.
You
hold
are
on,
their
hold on.
son.
We got a
I
couple
said
of
you
comments.
are their
We got a
son.
couple
We're all
comments
level. Where G at?
Later, she explained the relationship, which I now don't understand. It was trauma bonding. Okay, and he also says sometimes the journey is more gratifying than the destination, but you can't tell until you reach. He said she ended that like a true Caribbean. Until you reach. That is fucking Caribbean all day. That's Guyanese to be specific. But anyways.
Right.
Till
She
you
said,
reach.
"Show
A
mama."
reach. But anyway.
The guy.
Now, that's the whole thing with that. So you wanted a little, you wanted pieces of me. So there you go. That's what that is. That's a whole.
But I had to go on a whole tangent about you being
really
a
did go on a
toxic
tangent.
perfectionist to get it.
No,
to get it
you
out.
didn't. You could have just.
Did
asked
I
me.
not just have to go?
You know what's the problem? Females.
Why all you gotta be
Listen,
females?
If it was a man here and he would have just
Females
said,
that.
if a man would have just said so specifically, boom, 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 boom. How I present questions. If you ask me, I'm an open book.
I've asked
See,
men.
the problem
No,
here is-
Because it don't
No,
last
you
forever.
don't ask the proper questions. The problem is, you go ahead with this rah shit and thinking that you're supposed to give me. You don't. That's not what got
That's
the
not
result.
just me.
If you ask a direct
Anyone
question,
that asks you a question, if she
Like
asks
who?
you a
You
direct
talking
question,
about her,
she
but
asks
she
you
doesn't- she
several
obviously
direct
doesn't count.
questions.
she obviously doesn't count. You can't blame
How
her.
she not count? She's asking
You know why she
questions
doesn't
I
count.
wanted answers to too. No. And I've heard you time and time again on every single show. I'm gonna make a compilation of all the questions
You're gonna
Smoove
make
was
a
asked.
You're gonna make a compilation.
Yes, I'm gonna go through
Please
every
do the
one of the
compilation, please.
episodes, and I'm gonna make a compilation of all the times Smoove was asked a question. He's like, nah. I'm gonna make a
bullshit.
compilation,
That's bullshit.
and I'm gonna
You
send
know
it
that's
to you,
bullshit.
and I'm gonna post it
I
on
never
Choose the
answered
Fat
that
with
question.
Smoove. And
You know what? I guarantee you.
I'm gonna make a compilation.
Listen, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
make
do.
a
Look,
compilation.
listen, wait. This is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do.
We're gonna make a compilation.
Listen, no time out. I got my cash up. She got cash up. This is what's gonna happen. For every single instance that she brings up.
Yo, send me some money.
Listen, for every single instance that she brings to the table, you can bring them all next 2 weeks when you come back. Every instance that you bring where I absolutely said no to a question that I won't answer it, I want you, where I said a direct no to a question, I'm going to give you $10. You saying I did it every show, so that should bring you like fucking $500. Easily.
$10.
Huh?
$10.
$10 per instance that you have in your compilation where I directly listen to what I'm saying.
Nope,
where I
nope,
directly
nope. You
present
can't
the
say
question.
directly because you don't always directly say no.
No, see now
You
you're trying
don't.
to.
Nope.
Now
you
you're
don't
gonna move the
always directly
goalposts
say
because you know
no.
it's cat.
Nope, because you'll still.
listen,
That's a fact though. You don't always directly say no. You don't always directly say nah or no or no. Sometimes it's all like I've never experienced that, or
What?
I can't.
That's
I
bullshit.
can't.
If I never
I
experienced
was like,
it,
yo,
I never
I don't know. I've
experienced it.
never blah 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 blah.
If
Like
I
you
never
always,
experienced it,
nah,
never
you be
experienced it.
capping.
I don't
You
never
be
cap. You
capping.
can't do that to me.
Yes,
Never
I'm
do
gonna make a compilation.
Ever present
It's
in
gonna
this
It's gonna be
First
called Smoove Talk with Smoove. All lies, all
You can
cap.
try it, my dear, but I never cap.
That's happening.
Ain't no
That's
cap.
happening. You capping. Batman, you guys vote.
They already did. They have spoken. The mob has spoken. I appreciate all my mobsters in here today. Y'all in here, and I appreciate all my mobsters in here today for dropping all of them Batmobiles. And I'm with it. And you know I'm with it. You know how you know I'm with it? Because I put the Batman with the Batmobile. I could have left the Batman out, but I put the Batman with the Batmobile for you. I'm going to take the punch buggy the fuck up out of here. Because he shouldn't be Batman. He shouldn't be Batman.
Yo,
Batman.
not for nothing though. Why does the back of the old Batmobile look like a butthole?
You know what? I don't know what.
Look
is
at
up with you
it.
today.
Look
I
at
don't know,
it.
but you are on some shit. All
Tell me
She
I'm
belongs to
wrong.
the streets.
Look at it. Tell me that don't
She
look
was
like a
talking about anal
butthole.
sex and now she's talking about a butthole.
I was not
somebody's
talking about that.
Somebody is going to be plunging your butt tonight, apparently.
No, it looked like a butthole.
Are talking about buttholes. You was talking about anal sex earlier and how to do it and all types of methods.
I didn't say how to do it. C told me how to do
Miss
it.
Lady C267 actually was
She was explaining to me.
about all of her anal escapades and how you're supposed to do it.
She
And
was
you were-
trying to
and
make
you were
sure I
inquiring.
wasn't. She was trying to make sure my butt's not set up for failure, yo. She cares about my butthole.
She's about to
I
be,
can't do readings.
her anus
and-
is about to be deflowered at some point soon. So we don't know who's gonna do that shit, but I commend you. Shout out to the homeboy who's gonna bust it open. You're gonna break her anal virginity, and that's awesome. But
Who
you
said it
know,
was gonna be a guy?
a girl
Oh
can.
shit! See
No.
you down. Tell me you down. See.
Nah, bullshit. You gonna let somebody strap your ass?
I don't know. See, know a lot about butthole sex.
Y'all can go ahead. Well, just so you know, I'm a videographer, so you know if y'all trying to get the OnlyFans shit popping, I got a couple.
We are not doing that.
4K
That is an intimate moment between me and C.
4K cameras.
you
I got
mean?
4K cameras, so you know if that's what it is. If y'all trying to get some bread off of this shit, I got 4K and a drone. You would be surprised what I can do with the drone.
So wait, you would fly a drone?
And a GoPro
drone?
head cam. Pause.
You would fly a drone over just to watch my butt get
I've
deflowered?
flown drones indoors, outdoors.
What in the hell?
I put my shit over the fucking Jaguar Stadium, and they couldn't catch me. I did
What
all
in the
types
hell?
of shit. Yeah, I don't give a fuck what I do with that drone. I put it anywhere I want, and nobody does anything about it. I just leave. Anyways, we're gonna get back on topic though. We are.
Talking about butthole sex.
You were talking about buttholes.
You brought up butthole sex. I just
sure
said that
did.
the back of the Batmobile looked like a butthole.
Yes, and that brings up butthole sex with me because you were talking about anal sex earlier
But
with
it
Miss Lady
does.
C267.
Tell me it
That's what
doesn't
you're
look
doing.
like. Is that a drill?
I don't know what you're doing, dog, but I
Like
had
no,
enough
like
of that.
in the
That's enough.
Batmobile, you know how it could turn
That's
into
where the
stuff.
fire comes out, bro. That's the exhaust.
No, I'm not talking about the butthole part. I'm talking about the front of the thing. Is that like a drill? Like, does he go through
That's his turbo.
in the
That's his
front?
turbo, yeah.
Why it look like that?
I don't fucking know. I didn't design the Batmobile, but it's not real though. Like it's not real. Like this is a fantasy. The Batmobile is a fantasy.
I know.
Actually, those wings would actually be horrible for drag under any scenario. Whether it would be a drag race, whether it would be a drift tournament, whether it would be a circuit race, whether it be a rally race.
Batman, he's
that
hating
car
on your shit.
would be horrible under
He's
any
hating
scenario.
on your shit,
there is no
Batman.
scenario where those arrows would work. Period. Those rims versus tire size, trash. He got 15-inch rims on there. They're not even slicks. They're not even a drag radial. I don't even know what to do with that. For real, the Batmobile would be trash in any race. I would trash them in probably my TSX, to be honest.
Yo, you're really hating on the Batmobile.
I'm not hating on the Batmobile. I'm just saying it's not real. Like, what are we doing?
I know it's not real,
Yo,
but
it
you
can be
can't.
made real.
Yo, doesn't it?
There are replicas of the Batmobile.
Yo, wait, hold up. I'm gonna bring it back a little bit. See, I'm gonna bring it back a little bit. Doesn't
gotta
it
do
look
that.
like Darkwing Duck? Look at the
Darkwing
way.
Duck?
Yeah, Darkwing
Oh
Duck.
yeah, because
Doesn't it look like Darkwing Duck?
Alright, we're gonna
Yeah.
stop. Hold on, we're gonna do some coming up. Oh shit.
Like the
Hold on,
yeah,
we got
right?
another friend to the show. Evan Net jumped up in his bitch. She got a point. Evan Net, what does she have a point about? That's the question. What is her point? And whose point? There's two hers in here. For real, for real. What point are you pertaining to? I need you to.
Evan
I
Net,
need you,
tell
You got
us.
some explaining to do, Evan Net.
I need to
We
know.
appreciate you for dropping back in. We appreciate you, friend to the show. Do what it do. Evanet, you need to let us know what's going on. And if you have not dropped a like, please do. If you have not shared this shit with everyone in your whole fucking lineage.
In your whole lineage.
Do that for us now.
Yo,
We'll
share
love
it with
for
everyone in your whole lineage.
Listen, your grandmother need this. Your daughter need this. As long as she's over 18. Your ex need this shit. I know you don't.
Your ex need this shit. Why the fuck your ex need it though?
She need this shit. Trust me, your ex need this shit. Your abusive girlfriend needs this shit, man. Your baby mother needs this shit. All your baby mothers need this shit.
Why are you naming all females? I think you're sexist.
Oh well, your homeboy need this. Your abusive boyfriend needs this shit. Then your uncle need this shit.
The uncle though?
Yeah, with the one leg, he need that shit too. All of them
with the one leg?
All of them need that shit. All of them need that shit.
Okay, one-legged uncle.
Yeah. So it's almost
these
time to
fucking leggings are life.
I'm gonna give y'all one more opportunity to call in, just in case you wanted to weigh in on this. We were talking about when it's time to let go. That was the whole thing. Was to when it's time to let go.
It's time to let go when it no longer serves you, people.
Unless two more people have something to say about it, that's the only way.
If it doesn't serve you, if it doesn't nurture and feed your growth, if it doesn't help you become a better person, then you don't need it. The only thing that you need is stability. So if it is affecting your stability, and I'm not talking about, oh, you're living with this person and you feel like there's plenty of assistance and programs and things out there that you could kick somebody out or you could figure it out yourself with planning. Don't just like do something without a plan, but as Smoove likes to say, need a plan.
I do.
But you know, I really strongly, and I always say this, you guys, you need to stop. Not just you, all of us, we need to stop thinking that if we stay with this person or stay in a situation, I'm talking in general, if we continue thinking that that's what we need to do, we're stunting our growth, because the only thing you need to do is worry about you. Bada bing. That sounded real sad, right?
You need a battery. This lady C267 is absolutely not maintaining the batteries on these goddamn
Yo,
buttons
you
over
heard
here.
that thing? It's an
That shit sounding so sorry right now. I don't know what's gonna do that shit again. Oh, goddamn. That is a struggle button right now. Struggle button right now. There you go. It gave you a good one. You happy? Scar says there is a point on the front of the Batmobile.
Yeah, there is a point. That's the part that I was talking about. Is it like the one that does it ram into things? Like, what's the point of the point? Is what I was asking, Scar.
Yeah, man, that shit was from the early 90s.
Yeah, I know, but was it like a drill? Like it came out like, cause you know you see the Batmobile sometimes like
that hung them on the side of a building and they drove up the building from that shit. Like it does shit, man. The Batmobile got all types of gadgets, just like his fucking utility belt. Alfred ain't no fucking joke, bro. Fuck you talking about?
Why are you calling him Alfred?
No, Alfred is his fucking butler that is the slash mechanic slash mad scientist slash.
I thought Batman made all his own shit.
No, Alfred.
I know Alfred held down the bat area or whatever you want to call it.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna give y'all a chance to call in real quick. 215-666-6230. If you want to go ahead and get it in, go ahead and get it in. You may. There's only about 5 minutes left on this motherfucking podcast unless y'all call it.
Looks like the front of a jet engine.
Fatal said it looks like, yeah, it kind of does.
It does.
I would like.
You're right.
I saw it spin before. It looks like he had a whole turbine in that motherfucker.
Yeah, that makes
and that
sense.
butthole that the great described as the exhaust.
I know it's the exhaust. I know it's the exhaust, but that's why it looked like a butthole.
She just been thinking about buttholes today for whatever reason. I don't know what's going on with Layla Great today. But
She belongs to the streets.
Stop saying I belong to the streets. I don't belong to the streets. If I belonged to the street, my butthole would have been penetrated by now.
not necessarily. There's a whole bunch of girls.
Celery.
Not necessarily.
There's a whole bunch of girls out here that give up the frontal, but not the rear and are absolutely
it's a lot of people who want the husband will give up the butt and not give up their cooch. What?
I understand that. Listen. I got a whole.
There's a lot of them.
She wants to present the anomaly as the majority.
No, I'm just
Typical
saying.
womanship.
So they can.
Scar says, you know what Mike Tyson said about plans? Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Ooh. Go ahead,
This is true.
Scooter.
Yes, that is actually a famous quote
Yo,
by the honorable, legendary,
what
knock a
Fatal
nigga
at?
out,
His
Mike
little
Tyson.
punk-ass nip.
Fatal's still in this bitch. He said it looks like the front of a jet engine. That was the last thing he said. That was a few minutes ago though.
No, that's a hater. Fatal my hater.
Fatal is not a hater, man. He's a friend to the show. He actually has a show on here, and y'all
Shout
y'all
out
need
to
to check his
Fatal.
shout out.
Shout
No
out to
days
Like,
Fatal.
this shit,
off.
no days
More
off.
like he
Days off.
always had days off because he ain't here.
Nah, Fatal be up in here. When he is
Tell him
here,
to give
he
me my
thorough.
money.
He get it in. Thorough. Listen, he thorough, man. He gets it in. And when he does, he has excellent topics and excellent guests. We're not
Yeah,
even
well,
gonna do
they
that.
not here.
Friend
They
to the
give me
motherfucking
the
show.
vibes.
Shout out to
I'm
Fatal,
full.
man, out this bitch, man. We love it.
We love it.
We love it. So it is about time to wrap things up. So,
Yeah, I'm over here twiddling my thumbs and stuff because the light is blinding.
She's out of gas.
Yeah, I'm out of gas. It's not about out of gas, you know, the light for a period of time, you know, it starts to, you know, the witches melt with water while I melt with too much light.
Her
Yeah.
listen, her carriage is about to turn into a pumpkin.
I'm
That's
about to
what's
turn as orange as
carriage
this
is about to
damn
turn into a
pumpkin,
pumpkin.
too.
You need to turn
Watch your mouth,
ass
see.
into a pump.
LMAO.
Huh?
Watch your mouth, see. LMAO.
LMAO?
LMAO. That's what Fatal says.
LMAO.
He ain't playing with you.
Lamau.
He not playing with you, dog.
Lamau.
Don't play with the homeboy Fatal. He not playing with you, bro.
Fatal.
He from the mean streets of Camden, man. You better fuck.
I approve of
Jersey
Fatal's
get down
life.
different than Philly. I don't know if you know.
Fatal's dope. Fatal's dope.
All y'all Jersey.
Y'all, you can say what you
Jersey.
want. I
Well,
hear you.
technically, I grew up on the West Coast. I'm technically from Texas. You just met
Where
me
were
when
you
I
born?
lived in Texas.
Oh yeah, you're a Texan.
I was
You're a
born in
Texan.
Texas.
You're a Texan.
I
You're
was
a
born in Texas.
Who are in Texas?
Austin, Texas.
Austin. Oh no.
Yeah. The stars at night are big
Yo,
and
yo.
bright. Deep in the heart of Texas. That's why
She's,
my best
Texas
song
got
is.
like 5 capitals.
Why you hating on Texas? Leave Texas alone.
We're not gonna do. Oh, you got Austin, you got Dallas, you got San Antonio, you got motherfucking Houston. Like,
y'all.
god damn, like, what the fuck? We're gonna go with that though. But yeah, no, we appreciate y'all.
I wouldn't mind opening a shop over there. In Houston.
Houston, maybe. You could get it
Yeah.
off in Houston. That's about it. No, Dallas. You get it off in Dallas. Maybe. Go ahead, Layla Gray. I'm gonna let you close it out.
I think I already closed it out
No, you
with
didn't.
what I said with the people
No, I
need
said
to
let
let
you close it
go.
out now.
Okay, I'll close it out now, y'all. If y'all don't already know, now you know. My name is Layla Gray. You guys could book with me and follow me. My information is attached to this. I do readings. I do look into things. If you guys are dealing with some trauma bonds, messed up attachments, anything like that, and you need some advice, you guys can ask anyone that comes to me. I will hold you down, make sure that you get the most out of whatever you're looking for, you know, and I'll help you through every step. And I guess I'll close this with saying, you know, I don't know. What do you say? Stay hungry, my
No,
friends.
no.
Okay.
You don't get to do that.
Fuck you. Fuck you. You said I could close it today.
No, you don't get to do that though.
Stay
no.
hungry,
no.
my
No,
friends.
you don't get to do that.
Never thirsty. Never thirsty.
That was so lame.
Wait. Stay
No.
hungry.
Stay hungry, my
It's 10:20. I'm tired of shit.
And
That's what I was
this is what
thinking.
Scar says. Let it go, let it go. La la la.
Let it go.
So,
Let it go.
I was gonna say
Can't
Frozen.
hold me back
That
anymore.
was my shit,
Frozen.
though. I had to play it. I watched
Yo,
it go like 3 times.
Me too. Well, probably more because of my kids.
My
I'm
daughter
over
loves that
here.
movie.
I'm over here
She
busting
did.
into
She
their
don't like it no
rooms.
more, but she loves it.
I don't care.
Frozen 2 is corny, according to.
I didn't like Frozen 2.
No one
No,
did.
but I like Sing too.
I didn't like Frozen 2. Sing
one
2
did.
has better songs.
No one did.
I went on a whole thing with the Toy Stories recently. I watched
Yo,
every.
Wait,
Batman
what
out
Toy
too,
Story? What Toy
ain't he?
Stories you got?
I watched all of them. What? I watched all the Toy Stories. See, you trying to make this about something crazy, Smoove. Why are you pouring this shit like that?
I don't know. Listen, every single thing that came out of her mouth, pause, I just don't know today.
She belongs to the streets.
Stop saying I belong to the streets.
All I can say
I don't
about
belong
that-
to the
All
streets.
women belong to the street.
He thinks all women
No,
belong to the
just
streets.
about 97% of.
97% though.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm ventured to say 97%.
97%.
If you could find a woman worth
Damn, you
courtship,
at least said 95.
Yeah, 95. In the spirit of the series, 95. We'll say 95. I'm with you on that one. 95. Let's go. 95%.
Well, fuck it, we all hoes then. Even the ones who don't do shit.
She belongs to the streets.
Take it to the street, baby.
We got you. Hey, listen, we appreciate y'all for coming in. We love y'all for banging with us. Listen, it's imperative that you guys share this to people. Even though there are some people who you think may not like this, but no matter what, there are going to be some people who are going to be able to eat the meat and spit out the bones. Pause.
Eat the meat and spit out the bones.
Where is y'all lingo today?
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's talking about food.
I said pause. Respect my pause.
Meat
Can I respect my
eating
pause?
and stuff
It
like
wasn't
that.
time to get up yet, though. You gotta
I
pee.
know, but no,
You gotta
because
pee?
no, my freaking butt cheek fell asleep.
Yeah, mine, like, I was
My
over
butt
here
cheek fell
without the
asleep.
chair.
So
My
I'm
Every
trying to,
single
like,
thing you said today was a complete sexual
it's
reference.
true. It fell
I get my body
asleep.
and shit.
Like I was
can't
sitting
get
here.
shit.
I got too much.
So we appreciate
I got
y'all for
too
coming
much
in.
booty for
We fucks with y'all for that. We love it that y'all came in.
We do.
Give us some attention. We know y'all could be doing better shit now. You could probably get your dick sucked or your pussy ate or something like that.
To
But
get
you
that
came
shit.
here to fuck with us and get some learning on and entertain while doing it. Definitely share this piece. Definitely like if you haven't already. And absolutely, positively subscribe. We on it. And as always, stay hungry, my friends. Never thirsty. Yeah.
Bye, y'all.